Oh shit! I can't even be live on here. What the fuck? What's going on with my phone? My phone is just ow. My phone is bugging out, guys. Having some technical difficulties. Trying to get started on this podcast, but my shit don't want to be working. I don't know why. Yeah, my phone's really bugging out. I'm really here trying to shut off my phone, and this shit is not working. This is actually fucking crazy. Whatever. Won't lock. Try to lock it. Oh. Shut that shit off. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna still need that. So what's going on, party peoples? Do you allow your girl to have celebrity crushes? And if so, I'm gonna tell you why that is not a good idea. This is the prelude to the podcast. Don't allow your girl to have celebrity crushes. It is blatant disrespect. Especially for her to tell you that if she got the opportunity, she's gonna cheat with this person. 1,000%. Guys, you know what I need? I need help setting up Twitch because I can stream for a long time, but I feel like that's not so popular on YouTube. Maybe it can be, but if I stream um on Twitch, I know I'll grow a lot faster. I know I have another computer too. I just need to get like a 4K webcam, and then we're gonna be lit. First of all, what the fuck is going on? You're my little friend. Gotta keep it low key. About to get started. I'm gonna give you guys this podcast, and then after that, I'm going to we're gonna talk to some of the people. See, the thing is with some of these topics, it's almost like a hit or miss. It's like because lately I've been having a lot. I've been having hundreds and almost close to 1,000 people in my chats for live, but it's like sometimes you just never know. Bernie's Burgos. Why is Instagram sending me stuff about Bernie's Burgos? I don't even follow this woman. Okay, and that is me. I don't remember the password for this shit. Why is it so hard? I'm trying to log in on Instagram on my Android so I can. Hold on, guys. We're gonna start in a second. Just trying to figure out what fucking account it's being logged into. Go to Google. That is definitely it. Quality is gonna be horrible here, but we got it. Gonna be live on everything, baby. All right, I figured it out, guys. Thank you for the people that are in here right now. Appreciate you. Let's get into it. Now that we are live on there, we can be live on this motherfucking podcast. Not open, bitch. I got it. I know I'm looking a little rusty and dusty. But who knows what podcast number this is? Well, I know which one it is. Podcast number 182. Let's get into it. Make it do what it do, baby. We're gonna make it do what it does. I just need this on the charger. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. Podcast number 182. Are we ready to get started? My 4 people in the chat, can we drop some ones in the chat if you're ready to get started on the podcast? Come on, let me see it. Let me see it. We got to participate. We are a family. We are a family. We have to act as one. Let me know if you're ready to get started. There we go, Adam. So I'm talking about. How do you retract your message? I can still see you sent it. Oh man. All right, let's just get into it. Podcast number 181. So tonight we're going to be talking about celebrity crushes. And I just think it is hilarious. Wait, hold on. Let me hit the button. Pod, podcast number 180, 182, actually, not 181. Podcast number 182. So tonight we're going to be talking about, this is like late night with KB. Tonight we're going to be talking about celebrity crushes. And, I find this interesting. And I don't want to stay on the whole Kiki Palmer situation because we have tons and tons of cases and tons of studies that we've seen with our own two eyes. And just looking at it and speaking on this topic for about hours, right? I did it for 2 days. One day I did it for 4 hours. One day I streamed for 6 hours. And literally, people think that, because it's a celebrity, it's okay. And when you think about it in a certain manner, you might think it's okay. Like, oh, it's just Justin Bieber, you know, it's just Drake, it's just Michael B, it's just Chris, it's just Usher, right? It's only them, and you think like, and you think about it from a perspective where you don't think that it's wrong, and you say, well, let's think about it. It is a celebrity, right? Like it is okay. She'll probably really never even see that person. But even if she did see that person, it's like a one-time thing. It won't keep happening, right? So even if she like did cheat, like it's a one-time thing. So like you kind of gotta expect that if your person goes with another person that is a celebrity, you kind of just gotta eat that on the chin because it's just a celebrity. Absolutely not. Absolutely motherfucking not. There's so many ramifications for what that can what that can lead to. There's so many ramifications what that can lead to because now it's like, well, now you're just straight up justifying cheating, right? So it makes it okay to cheat. So that's saying, so if your partner did it with another celebrity, that would make it okay too, huh? Because when we look at all these situations that are in the media, we look at all these situations where women are doing these things and then they try to justify it and they justify their favorite celebrity doing it. Because, like I said, yes, the other day on the podcast, you either fall into hypocrisy or you fall into a low quality person that just straight up says cheating is okay. And it's not under any circumstances. Here's this case scenario. What if your partner finds somebody that looks just like their celebrity crush, just like them, and let's say the celebrity crush is maybe even younger, and she has a big crush on this person, has been with this person since, has had a crush on this person since they were like young, has posters on the wall and everything, and she finds somebody, maybe somebody that works at her job that looks just like her celebrity crush, then what? Will you be worried? Because she already told you, oh, you listen, if I see Chris Brown, right? If I see Leonardo DiCaprio, oh, it's a wrap. I'm cheating. I'm dropping them drawers right there. So now, if you accept that, what happens when you accept that? Because you know for sure there is a strong possibility that your girlfriend will cheat, right? Even if she doesn't say she'll cheat, she's fanned out and saying, "Oh, I love this person. I love Drake, right? I love this guy. I love this person." And it just makes you think you're going to a Drake concert. Now, what if Drake or one of these celebrities, one of these artists decide that your girl looks good that night and they want to take her on stage and they want to take her backstage and they want to give her VIP passes? You know what? How about I want to take you? I want to take you to my hotel room tonight. Or matter of fact, I want to take her on the tour bus. These are possible things that can happen. And I don't think people think about that. They think, oh, just because they're a celebrity and they're a millionaire and they're rich and they have hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even a billionaire, that your girl can't get got. No, it can very much so happen. And it is very much so never justifiable. Because you have to understand these are human beings too, just like we are. So when you make exceptional cases for your partner cheating and your partner doing all these things that are just blasphemy, it's nuts. It is 1,000% nuts to me. It's 1,000% nuts to me. Like, there's so many people that have said, like, oh, well, it's just a celebrity. Like, you got to kind of take that on the chin. What? You kind of got to eat that up. What? So you're telling me that I have to accept the fact that if you go out and you go to a concert or you go see a movie star in the street and they just happen to be attracted to you, that I have to accept that now? No. No, because you have to understand. Like, I forget what it was. I think it was NBA YoungBoy. And it was another celebrity too. And they were saying how they like regular girls, meaning they don't like girls that are in the industry. So they will date a regular girl, meaning like just like us, just like we're regular, right? We're regular people, day-to-day people, and we date regular girls. There are celebrities that like regular girls. So they will slide in a random girl's DMs. They will hook up with a random girl. And you know what? It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier because those girls are more readily accessible. You don't have to worry about them, talking to a lot of other guys. And even if that is the case, most likely, if they get the chance at a celebrity or somebody who's rich in general, most likely they're gonna jump at it and they're gonna accept that and take it for what it is and give you everything. They're gonna give you their loyalty because they're not trying to fuck up their meal ticket. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. But this is my point, fellas. Or even this can go vice versa. This can go for both. But don't accept that whole celebrity crush bullshit. It's nonsense. If your girl or if your partner, whatever the case may be, is sitting here telling you, oh, yeah, you know what? Michael B. Jordan is my celebrity crush. So just understand if he threw it at me, it's a wrap. And you'd be like, all right, whatever. You know, you stupid. You a fiend. Like, you're dead ass a fiend. No, it is not okay. That is disrespectful. Forget the fact that it's Michael B. Jordan. Forget the fact that it's a famous person. They just literally told you that I will cheat on you for another man. It doesn't matter if they're famous because honestly, it all comes down to how you see yourself. And you shouldn't tolerate it. You have to know your worth. If I'm in a relationship and my girl says, "Oh, well, listen, babe, you know I love you. I want to be with you forever. I want you to have my babies. But understand, if Michael B. Jordan threw it this way, I'm a take it the first chance. I wouldn't even think about it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna run to him and offer it to him. That is disrespectful beyond belief because she just said that she would cheat on you. But you have to have some self-value in order to deal with that yourself because a lot of men don't see themselves on that level. And I'm not saying that I see myself as a celebrity, but as a basic human nature, as basic commitment in a relationship, because otherwise, why be in a relationship? You should say to yourself, hey, no, that is so you would cheat on me. Oh, but no, it's Michael B. Jordan. Like it's just Michael B. Like duh, like most likely it'll never happen. But if it does, like, yeah, I'm gonna cheat. We're done then. They're like, you're being extreme. No, I'm not being extreme. You literally just told me that you would cheat on me with another human being. Like, are you nuts? And you know, the sad part is when you look at the state of the women are because not just women, it's men too. But if you look at the state, it's mostly women. Let's be honest about it. Let's be real. They are justifying this type of behavior. And it doesn't matter. Oh, well, you're just insecure. Oh, right, right. I'm insecure because I won't accept the fact that you want to cheat on me. Right? Like, and this is why I tell guys, you women who justify this, you either fall into two categories, and men too, right? You're a hypocrite because you have a lot of people that will try to justify for other people and say, "Oh, I would never do that," but I don't think that person is wrong for doing that. That's clear cut, ideal hypocrisy. Now, if you won't, if you say, well, I'm okay with it, right? And you're not necessarily a hypocrite, you're just a low quality person because you're now telling your person, I will cheat on you. And I think that if your partner ever comes to you and says that they will cheat on you for their celebrity crush, you need to seriously reevaluate that relationship because there's a lot of things that you have to understand. There's ramifications for doing that. You have to understand that, okay, well, one day, if it happens, she could possibly cheat on you. And you have to keep that in the back of your head too. What if she finds a celebrity lookalike, a doppelganger? Maybe he looks like him, but better. What if they look like their celebrity crush but has beautiful eyes or something like that? You know, or has all the like, the features that are positive that your celebrity crush didn't have. Then what? Are they going to cheat? It's like, dude, don't accept this shit. And you have to have confidence in yourself, because I know a lot of people think that, oh, this guy's crazy, he's delusional, he's equated himself to a celebrity. No, I have self-worth. I have common sense. I understand my value as a human being, right? I don't, and a big part about it is a lot of people worship celebrities. They deify celebrities, because if you can go to a concert and you see somebody and you're crying and you're like fanning yourself, oh my god, I can't believe it's them, and you're crying and acting a damn fool and passing out, like like recently. So Beyonce has like this concert, and I think it was in Toronto that Beyonce had there were people fucking crying and fanning themselves and calling Beyonce mother. Like, what? What the hell is wrong with you? Listen, just because somebody has a this overzealous and crazy like obsession with a celebrity, that doesn't mean that you have to give into it also. It's okay to go to concerts. It's okay to enjoy music. That's fine. But you cross the line when you talk about, if this person gave me the opportunity, I would take it. Even people that are like, even people that are not like, not even gay, right? People that are not gay, and they're just like, well, this is a big one I hear with Kalani, right? Kalani's is an R&B artist. I would consider her an R&B artist. Oh, I'm not gay, but if it's Kalani, I will. What? Like, wait, time out. So now you're compromising your sexuality because, and then, this is a whole nother topic, but you have some women, when they're in like relationships, they don't consider getting with a whole nother woman. They don't consider that cheating. Well, it definitely is, because it's another human being. And I get it. Kalani's beautiful. She is. She's 1,000% beautiful. And I'm not even into women with tattoos, but I think she's beautiful. And shit, I think I look better than YG. I mean, I may look a little crazy right now. I need a haircut, but I could probably bag it. But I think highly of myself, of course. But listen, the point is, guys, you have to think highly of yourself too. You have to think highly of yourself too, because for you to wrap it around your head, and especially if you never heard this type of rhetoric before, and you still think it's a bit extreme for you to condemn your partner for saying that they would grab at the chance to get with their celebrity crush. It's still cheating either which way you look at it, no matter how you slice it or dice it, right? No matter how you look at it. And then even still, like, and this is my thing with the Kiki Palmer thing, right? And a lot of people say, well, oh, it's they're both celebrities. At the end of the day, it's still disrespect, right? I've had tons. I've sat here and argued with females talking about, oh, flirting is cheating. Anything you do behind my back is cheating, to the extreme, to the extreme, to the extreme. But this woman can go on stage and do shit in the public eye. So imagine if you have a partner and they tell you, "Oh my God, I love this person." They'd be like, you'd be like, if they said they wanted you in bed, would you take it? Oh, stop. Maybe. Oh, I'm just joking. No, listen. If they would do some shit like that in your face, imagine what they would do behind your back. So it's like, in my head, if you have this woman all in this man's arms on stage in front of thousands initially, and when you add in the addition of phones, you're talking about millions, millions, millions of people with all the big pages it's going to be posted on, and then all the other thousands of people that are going to be talking about it just like this on social media. So if that person would do that in public in your face, imagine what they would do in your back. And we're just not going to, keep this to that one situation, because this happens a lot. And this is why I'm telling guys, and this is why I wanted to do this podcast on this, to tell you guys, don't accept that shit. It is not okay. And that's something you check at the door. Obviously, you don't want to be so extreme about, hey, what do you mean you got a celebrity crush? Nah, you know what? I ain't having no. Just be like, hey, well, because a lot of people never even had this conversation. A lot of people may even think that it's extreme for you to say that, oh, if Justin Bieber's my celebrity crush, you shouldn't be upset. No, that is disrespectful, ma'am. That is disrespectful. Oh, but I'll probably never meet him. But what if you do? Then what? What if you do? And what if he finds you just as cute as I am? Is he not a human being too? I mean, there's some people that may not think he's a human being. I don't know. There's some people I've heard that maybe he's I'm not going to get into that shit. But, so what if this person, what if they do like you? And it's not just for women, it's for men too, right? What if they do? But only reason it's so focused and geared towards women, because you see a lot of women justifying this shit and not taking accountability. So what if they do want you? So you got to check that shit. So at the very beginning, when you're talking to somebody and they say, well, oh, Justin Bieber's my celebrity crush, you say, hey, well, let me ask you something. You don't think that would be cheating? Oh, no, because like it's Justin Bieber, duh. Okay, well, I think that's cheating. Why? Because by definition, it is cheating. It's another human being, and you're doing something that I wouldn't like. The only difference is you're just blatant about it and not doing it behind my back, which still doesn't make it any okay. Right? So you have to check that shit, but you check it from the jump by just having a conversation, because they might not think, they might, in their rationale, they might think that shit is okay. So you have to say something. You have to say, well, hey, I don't find that okay. I think that's inappropriate. I understand if you like their music and you can go to their concerts and you can enjoy their music. Shit, we can go together. I like their music too. But it starts to cross boundaries. And obviously, like I said, guys, you need to set boundaries before you make anyone your girlfriend, right? And it doesn't matter who the celebrity is. You set boundaries and you say, hey, well, you have a celebrity crush. I still think that would be cheating. If you jumped at the opportunity for you to to cheat or to go backstage. Because let's be real. If they call you on stage and they say, come backstage with us, what do you think they want from you? And let's think about this rationally. You think you're going to have a relationship with this person? They have thousands of fans, thousands of people in their DMs, thousands of women. You're just going to be another body. And you think that I'm going to stay with you after you do that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I don't care who it is. I think that men have to start speaking up about this shit, because it's like the simple fact that Keke Palmer's baby father's baby father spoke up against it. Now it's a problem. Oh, he should have left his mouth closed. He should have shut up. He should have never took it public. What do you mean he should have never took it public? This woman cheated on him. Some people would consider it cheating. At the very minimum, disrespected the fuck out of him in front of thousands of people. And then you're talking about, oh, he should give her the courtesy of talking about it when she got home. No. If you ask me, when she got home, we're done. I understand that a lot of men don't have those type of standards, but that's why I'm here to talk about it, because we're going to raise them. And I think it's going to get there, because by 2030, half of the women in America will be single, meaning not married. And apparently people don't want to get married too, because whenever you talk about this topic of discussion, they say, well, she's not married, so it's okay. She's not married. She's not married. Okay, so if we're talking about relationships, it's okay for your man to cheat on you? Like, I don't understand this fucking logic. Like what the hell is going on in the psychology of the human beings on this fucking earth? What is going on? She's not married. It's okay. Okay, so said person who says that, so if your husband goes and cheats on you and does things that which you don't like or find disrespectful, It's okay because you guys are not married, duh. Oh, okay. Well, if Lotto, Big Lotto, if Mulatto is doing a concert and has your boyfriend come on stage and she's wearing one of these, very seductive outfits with them booty cheeks all out and twerking on him and even decides, oh, he's a little cute. I like him. Let me kiss him and makes out with him on stage, then what? Because there's been celebrities that have done it. It's okay because you're not married. You're not married, duh. So it's all right. Like with this logic, it's nuts. Like it just you're not married. I think maybe because she has a kid with that person, people equate that to being married. Even though the girl said herself, I love my man just a few days before, too. I seen her. I seen her do it. You ever see that shit with I forget that rapper's name. He's like, I seen him do it. She just tweeted the other day, I love him, talking about in all these interviews, I love him, my man, my man, my man, all this nonsense. And and how she's so in awe of the man. And then you go and disrespect the hell out of him. And then people talking about he involved her in their relationship. No, when you talked about this man publicly, how much you're in love with him and how much he's a good person to you, and then you go and disrespect him, we're all involved. What do you mean? And it's not even like the man says something crazy. He said, you're a mom. And I think he made the mistake of commenting on that dress, although he did address of how she conducted herself also, but it's still not okay either way. I literally had somebody tell me she's an exhibitionist. Do you know what an exhibitionist is? This is nuts. There's absolutely no way to justify this. It's beyond me. And then when little Uzi and his girlfriend, she throws a phone at him and starts hitting him because he took a picture with Ice Spice. But they justify that, oh, if it was me, girl, I would have knocked him out. I would have cut him. I would have cut. Girl. He lucky that happened. He lucky that was it. He lucky that's all he got. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? And I think that if you are in a relationship with a female and she justifies this type of behavior on both ends, right? When a woman does it, when a man does it, it's not okay. But when a woman does it, there's any type of justification. I don't even care if she says she's wrong, but he's wrong too. No, there is no justification. You can't tell me you just did something that equates to cheating, but I simply comment on it and I'm wrong too. The only person that has the right to comment on it, the father of your child, the person you're in a relationship with, the person who you say you're so in love with and you're happy with and he's good to you. How is that equal? There's no way you can be genuine and say that that is equal. And I think that if you're in a relationship with a female and she even dares to try to justify this, you need to call her out and even question her logic. Because either, like I said, she's a hypocrite or a low quality female. Because there's a lot of women that say it's okay, but they wouldn't do it themselves. But then also they say they don't see nothing's wrong with it. If you're with a girl and she says there is nothing wrong with what she did, you need to question her loyalty. Because how she idealized loyalty in a relationship is nuts. Even a cheater, will tell you, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. I cheated before, but at least I wouldn't do it in her face. At least I wouldn't do it in front of thousands of people. Like, she moving sloppy. She, like, come on. It's nuts. I don't even understand how you even try to justify this behavior. It's just like, it's beyond me. It's beyond me. Cheating is cheating. It doesn't matter. And like I said, you need to understand your value, because I get it. A lot of guys would say that, well, it's just a celebrity. It's not much I could do about it anyway. Yes, there is something you can do about it. Because if she does it, you need to walk away from that relationship. Now, it's different if like you're into that type of stuff. I've had people tell me, oh, if my wife went on stage and did that, well, I did actually never had a man. I've had women say, oh, if my husband went up there and did that, I will be clapping him on and cheering him on. And I just think it's cap, but you just can't call people liars for what they say, right? You let them expose themselves when they say it. Um, but if you're into that and you're into that swinger lifestyle, you're a pineapple person, if you know what that means. If you're into switching, that's different. That's on you. That's the lifestyle you're into, but acknowledge that. Acknowledge that. If you're polyamorous, that's different. You acknowledge that, right? You acknowledge that. If you're into that, if you're a cuck, if you like to see your wife get pleased by other men, right? If you're into that, that's cool, but you have to acknowledge that because most people aren't into that. Your average person isn't into that. And this is in this situation is a great indicator of the type of women that are in this country. And you should, and guys, this is why I tell you, number one, filter these women out. Have a criteria. Hit the link in the bio, subscribe to Patreon, or get the book Introduction to Relationship Dynamics. Have a criteria of how you filter people out that should be wifed, because that shit is not okay, and you should seriously question somebody who thinks that this is okay. And two, make sure that you don't wife these people right away. There's a lot of women who say, well, oh, you know what, a man, it don't take him a long time to wife you. No, if a man know he like you, he want to wife you, he gonna wife you within a month, girl. If they know, that's bullshit. You can only pretend with a certain type of behavior for about 4 to 5 months. A lot of people are on their best behavior, and after that, that's when those true colors start to unroll. So you need to take your time with wifing these women nowadays, because you'll start to see a lot of crazy shit. And then even when you still get into relationships, set boundaries. Big boundaries. Boundaries. These are lines we're not going to cross. Clear. And another thing I say is, don't give people the benefit of the doubt, because you have to be strict with this shit nowadays. You really do. Don't give anybody the benefit of the doubt. If you see like maybe 7 green flags and like maybe 4 red flags, you got to cut them loose. You have to, because nowadays, if I even have an opinion, I'm called a misogynist, right? If a woman agrees with me, she's called a pick me, right? If I have certain ideologies that I believe in that disagree with yours, if I don't think that a man can become a woman or a woman become a man, I'm considered to be a bigot, a transphobe. If I don't agree with your lifestyle, I'm a homophobe, right? Not even defining the word, because I have no phobias of anything. But this is the world that we live in today. This is the world that we live in today. So when I say be strict with that shit, and there's been times where I talk to women and they're straight up liars. I will catch them in lies, and they will say that, oh yeah, well, I'm not having sex with nobody else but you, but I do collect money from men every once in a while, right? There are men who send me money. Well, that leads me to think, what are you really doing for this money? Right? Oh, well, I'm loyal to you, but like, I do go on dates here and there. Listen, if you hear shit like that, and this is what I do. If in the past, if I had a woman ever tell me something like that, what I would do is I would continue to date them. And then when it's time that they want the relationship, oh no, sweetheart, I don't think you qualify, because I would never date somebody um who's dating other people while you're dating me. I would never date you and make you my girlfriend if you're getting money from other men. At what point does that stop? Because you think, oh, well, I'll do it when you put a ring on it. Okay, well, you have to understand, these things are habits. Habits die slow. Like my mom told me, I told her when I was young, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just have mad hoes. I'm about to mac out on all these shorties, and when it's time to get married, I'm gonna just cut them off and wipe up my wifey. Well, she said, you know what? All habits die slow. You think that once you get married, all those habits are gonna stop? They're not. They're gonna continue. They're gonna continue. And you're going to end up cheating. because you've been doing it for so long. So it's the same thing with women who think that they're going to do all this stuff, but, oh, put a ring on my finger and then I'll stop. No. If you never cooked a meal for me, and do you say put a ring on it, I'll cook a meal? I don't even know if you know how to cook. I don't even have confidence in your cooking skills. Why would you get a promotion when you don't even qualify for the position? We don't use that logic in the work world. So why are we using that same logic when it comes to relationships? And nobody would disagree that being a wife and a girlfriend is a level up from going from girlfriend to wife. So why are you holding on back on your character? Why are you holding back on things that you can actually do? You're not even showing me you're qualified to be a wife, but you're going to start showing me these things when you become a wife? Like, what the hell is up with the logic? Now, I can understand if you're wrong. You say, you know what? I messed up. I did it. Okay, cool. You messed up, but we're not going to be in a relationship. We're done now. But don't sit here and be a hypocrite and try to justify it. But when you do, you're exposing yourself. And guys, just pay attention to these qualities. Pay attention to these women because they're definitely exposing themselves. And I think it's a bit ridiculous. But what I want to know is, would you let your partner get a pass for cheating or disrespect if it's a celebrity? Yes or no? So what I'm going to do is I want people to join in the box on TikTok, and we're going to have a discussion. I want to know who thinks what. I want to know what you think. And I'm not necessarily going to even argue with you guys. I just want to hear your logic on it. All right, they're going to end that podcast off. So join the box, men or women, because sometimes there's men too who think that this is okay. Yes, they can get a pass. Well, come up and speak if you think your wife can get a pass. I want to know. Because a lot of people talk in the comments, but nobody really has the heart to come up and actually speak that nonsense. I just think it's so funny. No. But why not? I think some people would do it. There's people that said they would do it. Who's going to let their partner get a pass? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what turned you on. I know women that has, and their boyfriend was just too hurt. Ooh, I can imagine. I can imagine. That shit is disgusting now. He said, no, I am not Adam 22. Adam 22 is a disgrace. Bro, wait till he got married to let his wife sleep with a corn star. It's like, bro, what's the point of being in a relationship? Like what's the point? Like, it's crazy. So I don't know, because likelihood him looking up with J-Lo is zero. He wouldn't get it. So if he was to give you the pass, you would take it. So if he said so if he gave you a pass for your celebrity crush, you gonna let him get with J-Lo? It's still something you gotta live with. Yeah, Adam 22 is wilding. Wait till them clips come out on the internet. Oh my God. I don't think their relationship's gonna last. And let alone her doing, and he talking about running trains on his wife. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't, like, bro, that is nuts to me. It's nuts to me. Like, I just don't even get it. Like, how it's like, do you not love your partner? Listen, I don't care. I don't care how many times. I don't care if I stepped out on you a million times. No, I would never let it be. I would never. We just done. Fuck all. Nah, fuck all that. Cheating is immature. Just break up. No shit, Sherlock. And I can understand. I can understand why people do it, but don't say it's okay if it's not okay for a regular person either. If it's only okay for celebrities. Yeah, it is a crazy world. You got people voluntarily giving up their wives to sleep with, and then you got people that it's just nuts. Let's get some people up here to speak. I want to see what the people got to say. Agree or disagree. I just want to understand your reasoning. That's the best part when people start joining and people hear themselves speak and they're just like, "Oh, well, it's okay." And then like they'll justify it, but then like they're not doing it and their husband's not doing it. They're like, "Oh yeah, my husband can do it." You know you lying. You know you're lying. I see a lot of people saying absolutely not. So Kiki Palmer was 100% wrong, right? Energy itself is everything. I see a lot of people saying no. She doesn't cheat. I'm pretty sure she did. I would consider what she did cheat. I think she did cheat. I think what she did, not only she disrespected him, I say that qualifies cheating. Now explain. I don't need to explain. Go look at the footage. I seen her do it. I seen her do it. Talking about go now explain. Fuck out of here. I don't need to explain. It's on footage. Somebody says she's the goat. You're the devil. She would have been sick. Exactly. Like I ain't talking about oh, he didn't have to speak on it. I would have left her ass. I can understand. I can be understanding as to why he would stay because of the kid, but no, she would have been done. I would have done her. I would have done her. That's not cheating. It's what fangirling. This person says that's not cheating. It's fangirling. Man, check out a girl while dating. What? So what she did was fangirling. Her being wrapped in another man's arm, being inches away from his face, as you can see, and then she went to him. And then aside from that, her posting the videos when he took off his shirt, that's blatant disrespect. I wouldn't even be with somebody that it's nuts. Like, are y'all with people like this? Bumping pelvises and shit. Facts. All that shit inappropriate. If it wouldn't be okay with a regular dude on the street, it wouldn't be okay with Usher. I don't care. I get it. He has privileges, but that's because y'all agree with it. No, don't blame Usher. He don't have a pact with Marcus. Kiki does. Don't blame Usher for nothing. Usher doing what he's supposed to do. If flirting is cheating, what she did was beyond it. Usher hit fans too. Well, we know Kiki's a fan. From the looks of it, I would say she got some that night also. Why would I think otherwise? Because Sweetie wasn't doing it. He even asked Sweetie. He said, "Oh, you wanna sing my song?" She said no. She said no. How do you check a girl you're talking to? By checking her. You check her from the jump. This shit is nuts. She respected her man. How she respected him? What? Bottom line, Kiki was doing too much. Clearly, she was a little thirsty. And then also, what's that girl with vitiligo? She didn't do it. She went and jumped in her man's lap, lacking melanin and all. She didn't do it. Everybody out here just making Kiki Palmer look stupid as hell. Exactly, making Usher seem like a scrub. Like, nah, nigga. Nah, it's like, nah, you ain't about to get me. You ain't about to get me. But what's worse is imagine if like, bruh, imagine if he caught her on the street. Like, what you doing, girl? You want to come back to my place for some drinks right quick? I believe she would go. We all know she would. How would you say that? How do you say we all know she wouldn't get with him? That's cap. She was damn near dry humping him on stage. Who are you to say that she wouldn't get with him? Nobody believes you. Bro, you don't know her. Apparently, neither does her baby daddy. So what are you talking about? Apparently, her baby father don't know her either. So what we talk about? And he sleeps with her. And he sleeps with her. So what are we really talking about? She don't respect him. Like, what? Yo, it's crazy. Like, people's logic. How are you guys even saying this? Please come up and talk. Like, why is nobody joining? I want you to actually hear how you sound. That's all I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for people to come up and speak and let them hear how they sound. Like, how does I just don't get it. All the famous poly entanglement gang. I don't think her husband's a part of that. I think that's Jada and Pickett and Dwayne Wade and whatchamacallit. What's his wife and they son, the one that's transgender. I think they're into that lifestyle. Oh, Gabrielle Union, yeah. Yeah, Gabrielle Union's I heard she's into that lifestyle. So what I heard, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm just guesstimating. Everyone makes mistakes. That was hers. Let's just give her a break and forgive her. I don't gotta forgive shit. It ain't my girl. If I was in a relationship with her, I would have broke up with her that night. And it's not even like Kiki Palmer the cutest in the game either. Like, she need to be on her best behavior. Get the fuck out of here. I say she a hot six. A hot six. Almost seven. She's cute. She's pretty. I wouldn't wife her, let alone put a baby in her. I think all my girlfriends look better than Kiki Palmer. And they was talking about, and I get it, her outfit, but I don't even think she all that thick. I ain't never dated. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I have, but most of the women that I've talked to is thicker than that. Like, what you even showing off? Like, what you even showing off, baby cakes? Baby cakes. Baby cakes. She want to show off them pregnant butt cheeks. she she want to show off the pregnant butt cheeks. And I really don't think it's all that cute. How you doing? What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Shanye, and I'm from Wisconsin.
I see you had a lot to say in the comments. I want to hear what you had to say about the whole situation.
I mean, I was just saying, like when you said girlfriends with an S, plural.
Yeah, I'm 30 years young. I had a few girlfriends.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. So what do you
That's
think about
right.
the topic though?
Does your partner get a pass to cheat, disrespect if it's with a celebrity? No.
Okay. So do you think what Kiki did was disrespectful?
I mean, me personally, I don't keep up with celebrity gossip, so I don't know the dynamic of their relationship. From what it sounds like, he kind of just sounds like a baby daddy. So no.
So because oh okay, let me understand this. So because he's just a baby daddy, um, and they're in a relationship and they're not married, what she did was okay. The disrespect that she displayed and basically cheating was okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that she cheated or anything like that. First and foremost, I don't know the dynamics of the relationship. They both had two different stories. I'm trying not to judge people. He has every right to believe or feel the way he feels. Everybody has the right to have a preference to who they want to be with. Now, I'm trying my best not to be biased about it, but at the same time, I also feel like she has the right to dress the way she wants to because that's how she was when she was her whole life, damn near, when she got to be an adult. So I mean, you get what you asked for. He been knowing she been dressing like that.
Hmm. So
So
according, but I don't understand because you just said that it's not okay for a celebrity, if your partner disrespects you with a celebrity, but you're saying that because he's just a baby daddy, even though they're in a relationship, it's okay what she did.
I'm not saying that though. I'm not because me
But you just
personally,
said
it
that.
don't
You
sound like
did.
they're
You
in a
did.
relationship though. Like
You,
he just sound like a baby daddy. Like they sound like they're two single people
but
still in
but
the stages of trying to be in a relationship or something like that. But he don't sound like he's a committed boyfriend or anything like
oh,
that.
but they are though. They are in a committed. Well, they were in a committed relationship at the
Okay,
time of it
well, I mean,
happening.
according to her, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
According
say
to
what you
her,
say.
according to her, he seen what she wore before she left, slapped her on the ass, kissed her and said, "Have a good night," type shit, and then when he seen her, hugged up against Usher, which in my opinion, she's an entertainer. That's the type of shit she's been doing, which is what
Mm,
I'm saying. Like,
mm,
so that was more of a bag kind of thing for her. She was just getting her
mm.
bag in my eyes, and I'm thinking that's been the dynamic of their relationship. Again, I don't be in their
So you said,
relationship. I don't know
well,
them,
hold on,
but
hold on. You said a few things. You said she was getting a bag. So you're saying she got paid that night? Because she didn't. I'm pretty sure it was an Usher concert.
I mean, no, I'm sure she probably didn't get paid, but as you see, she's getting a lot of traction, which gets a lot of monetary gain from that.
So because she disrespected her boyfriend, you think she's getting monetary gain? In which ways?
I mean, we already been supporting her in her in her acting situation, in her talk shows and things like that, in her entertainment business. So this is just more traction for hell. Like in their eyes in Hollywood, all publicity is good publicity. That's why I'm saying, like me personally, Hollywood is a whole different ballpark, and I don't think her baby daddy. I'm gonna keep calling him that because he don't sound like a boyfriend to me. I'm sorry. Her
Well,
baby
what he
daddy.
sounds like, it doesn't matter. It's about what he is
I'm
because
sorry. I'm
okay,
sorry.
but just a few days ago, right before the situation happened, she tweeted out and she said she loves her man, very much so claiming him. Now the only difference is that they're not married officially. So if a woman says something like that, you saying that he doesn't sound like a man, that's irrelevant to the situation. But I'm just trying to understand your position. So you're basically saying because she's Kiki Palmer and she's an entertainer, the disrespect that she displayed for her boyfriend is justifiable.
But I don't think she thought it was disrespect until he said something in public.
Mm. So
Because again, she been doing lewd shit like that her entire career.
right, right. Has she been with him her entire career?
No,
Okay.
but
So
that's who she is as a person.
okay, so who she is just a disrespectful person.
I don't think that's inherently disrespectful, though. It just depends on the dynamics of the relationship.
But you just said it wouldn't be okay for you.
I didn't say that.
Oh, so if your man went up on stage, it was getting hugged up and fondled up by another woman singing, that would be okay with you?
I mean, me personally, I'm into poly and stuff like that. I've been in an open relationship, so I personally depend on the dynamic. Now, if we agree to something monogamous, that's different. But if we're in an open relationship or poly, or you have a business that's in that nature, then I can't say nothing if I signed up for it.
Okay, well, that's just really confusing because at first you said no, it's not okay. Now you said that you're poly and it would be okay, but even still, that's not what they signed up for. That's they're.
But who's to say that though?
His reaction.
That's probably why.
His reaction said it.
But she had a reaction as well, and that's probably why they should have kept that in the books
rather
than with us, because they know more in depth about their relationship.
Well, first of all, it's not okay because his reaction is a clear indicator, and two, it's not in the books if you do something publicly. How is it in the books?
But you don't know if his reaction is him being manipulative. You don't know if his reaction is him trying to be controlling or something like that. So that's why I'm saying, like, you don't know that because, again, like I said, she's been behaving like that when they were together and without. They was like, I've seen her in twerking and then half naked and shit like that when she was quote unquote in this relationship with her baby daddy. Because I still don't believe they in a relationship. I just think that's her baby daddy. Period. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He sounds like a baby daddy, and y'all don't want to accept that.
Wait. You said his tweet was manipulative?
No, I'm saying him coming out in public about it instead of him going to his so-called girlfriend about it personally first. That's manipulative. To go out and shame her for things she's been doing, even with or without y'all being together and fucking, because it don't sound like they was actually
please,
together.
Please, language.
It sound like they was just fucking.
Hold on. Cheyenne. Please.
My name's Cheyenne, baby.
Okay, whatever your name is, please,
Cheyenne.
just please watch your language. I don't want the live to get cut or banned, so let's try to keep it appropriate. But I'm having sex. Well, they weren't, because she claimed him and they were in an official relationship. So what you think doesn't matter, but that's not even my concern. My concern is that you think that him commenting on her dress and then later talking about her behavior is manipulative. And how would you say that's manipulation?
Because if he accepted it before, but now he doesn't want to accept it now, that's manipulation.
Well, her behavior, he accepted her behavior before. When did she? So in their relationship, because I believe they maybe been together 2 to 3 years. Can you recall an incident where she was being serenaded and sung to by an R&B legend, or just anybody like that?
I can't say that, but I can definitely pinpoint some half-naked lube.
But that's not really. I don't think we all think. Obviously, he didn't like it, but that's not the real issue there. The real issue there is her cheating, her questioning her loyalty. So you say that, well, he should know because he accepted that. No, yeah, but he also commented on her behavior, and that's the big problem here. Is her blatant disrespect. So I'm just trying to understand your position. So you're basically saying that what she did was okay because she's just Keke Palmer. So it's just an exception, even though you believe that in a monogamous relationship, it's not okay, but it's okay for her because she's Keke Palmer, right?
I didn't say I think it was okay for her just because she's Keke Palmer. I'm saying I don't know the dynamics of their relationship, and it sounds sketch on really both of their ends, to be honest with you. It sounded like they was just smashing, and a baby came out. And he think he's supposed to be like she's his meal ticket. And he just think he's supposed to control what she do. I don't know. Like I can't. Again, that's just. But we all just speculate because don't nobody know what they really said or agreed to when they first got together. XYZ.
Ma'am, she's claimed him, and she's openly claimed him and said that's her man, and she loves him, and she's happy with him. So I don't understand why you keep saying we don't know. We're speculating. That part we do know.
Okay, whether they're in a relationship or not, but we don't know if he was okay prior to her. Like, well, not matter of fact, we do actually know that he was okay with her outfits. We absolutely do know that he was okay.
How
with
do
her
you
showing
how do
she
you
was
how do you know
dancing,
that?
doing all that. We know that because he was showing pictures of her doing it. We know that because she was doing it on her own accord, and he didn't say anything about it.
Wait. Well, according to correct me if I'm wrong, she was on a trip. So that night when she got dressed and suited up, I believe he was at home with the child. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
So how did he know she was putting on that outfit?
Because she got dressed at home. She literally said that.
You
She
well,
literally said
she
that on her.
but does she live in Vegas?
Huh?
She lives in Vegas because the concert was in Vegas.
I don't know all of that. That's why I said I'm not speculating.
Yeah,
I don't know all into that celebrity gossip BS. But I'm just going off of what both of them said. First and foremost, dude ain't complaining about nothing but an outfit, really.
No, he did.
And
He did.
She
He
been
did.
dressing like that her entire career, including when she was with him or when she was smashing him. Which is
No,
all she was pretty
no,
much
ma'am.
doing, in my opinion.
Ma'am, no, that's not the case here. He did complain about her.
The case. I'm sorry, bro. I can't do this, bro.
He did complain about her actions on stage.
I'm sorry. I'm done with it because y'all mad because y'all getting smashed and passed and don't nobody care what y'all think no more. Nobody care about having y'all kids and shit like that. So I think y'all just mad because y'all getting done the way y'all been doing us for centuries. It's over with, bro. Y'all just gonna have to keep crying on these panels, man. Because I'm done. I'm finna go to bed. I got shit to do in the morning. Bye. Shit. Crazy as hell.
Wow. But see, this is my point. Like, look at the women nowadays. Oh my god! Like, she literally sat here and said that they just smashing. When this woman has claimed this man openly, and she just literally sat here and said they're just smashing. He's just a baby daddy. At first, she said that it's not okay. Then she said she was poly and it was okay. Like she was all over the place. Listen, and this is what I mean, fellas. Like women like this, you don't wife. And then she started to say, "Yeah, mad because y'all getting treated how we been getting treated." What? Oh my god. Oh my god, guys, do not wife these kind of people nowadays. This goes to show you the state of the women that are in this world right now, and it's even a testament even furthermore. Why do you hold on, let me finish. Let me finish and then you can say what you got to say, but I also want you to introduce yourself. This is why I say, guys, do not wife these kind of women. Make sure you filter, because there are good women out there. Make sure you filter and set boundaries and take your time, because that logic is nuts. Nuts. Just absolute nuts. Now, new person that just came up, please introduce yourself, where you're from, and what would you like to say on the topic?
Hi, I'm Nade. I'm from Florida, and I graduate soon. But that's all I have to say about myself. But
congratulations.
When you talk about these situations, you say women a lot, like as a group, and I don't appreciate that. And you say that, oh, every time I have an opinion, I'm called sexist. But then you refer to women as low quality, as if we're products, as if we're not human beings. That's number one. That's very strange. Like, your language about women is very misogynistic, and you should really work on that. We are not products. We are people.
Right.
And if one woman makes a mistake publicly, you should not start saying things like, oh, this is why we shouldn't wife these women. This is why we shouldn't deal with these females.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cheat. I've actually never cheated on anyone in my life, King. Thank you. Because I've never really been with nobody either. So I can't cheat. But also, with the whole Keke Palmer thing, I also think it's strange because you really do talk like you know her. Somebody said misogynistic is the new word.
Oh, no, ma'am. Please don't focus on the comments. We're having a conversation here. Continue what you were saying, please.
Yeah, but with Keke Palmer, you're like, oh, she claimed him. You keep bringing up that too. She said, I love my man. Maybe her man was Usher. We don't know these people's relationship. We don't know. And don't tell me you haven't seen those couples that break up one day, be together the next day, break up one day, be together the next day. We don't know the dynamic of these relationships. We don't know if they broke up that morning and she did that to make him mad and they was off terms, good terms, bad terms. We know they aren't married. We know that they've never decided to get together and be married. So we don't know the dynamic of their relationship, but you're like, oh, she's just doing him dirty. Number one, we didn't even know who this man was. The only thing we know about him is that he's Keke Palmer's boyfriend. I think you should talk about men and talk to men about building themselves up and being with women on their own caliber. So you're never just some woman's boyfriend. Because that's why we don't take him seriously, because he's just her boyfriend. If she had been with Usher and you'd be like, oh wow, she's dancing on Trey songs like that when she's dating Usher, his name would hold weight. I don't even know this man's name. That's how little weight he holds. He needs to work on that. He needs to work on that. I don't see him providing. I don't see him doing anything for his family. Kiki's probably going to get a deal off this because now people are like, Kiki, I'm seeing her name all over the place. I was thinking about a movie. Let's make Akilah and the Bee too. I don't know. But she's the provider. And she's doing what she does. Now, if you consider her relationship...
All right, hold on. Ma'am, hold on. You're no, not cutting you off. I'm stopping you because you're saying a lot. We're going to have a conversation, right? And two, don't tell me what to do. You're on my panel, right? So now you said a lot. I don't think you ever actually answered the question. I wanted to know what you thought about the topic, but since you said all you said, I'm assuming that you think celebrities, they get exceptions and it's okay to disrespect their significant other, correct? Is that what you think about the topic?
I don't think that, but if I'm
can you hold on. So can you answer my initial question and tell me, what do you think about the topic that's at hand, please?
Okay, so just the topic, nothing about
we'll elaborate on that, but I want to know your position first. So please tell me.
Alrighty. The question is, does your partner get a pass to cheat? Disrespect if it's a celebrity, yes or no? Why? My question is, and this is how I'm going to answer it. Yes, with certain stimulations. Let me finish. Now, the stimulation is, if Rihanna say she'll pay you $25K to drop some, you better drop some. And we finna drop some on this house, and we're going to put that down payment down. If you're getting some benefit out of it, and it's going to benefit us and the family, do what you got to do. I mean, if you're the provider, you're gonna provide the family. Like, yo, babe, Beyonce, I'm gonna be her backup dancer. I'm gonna make a lot of money, but I think she might want to sleep. Do you, babes? If you're paying for it, I mean, if you're gonna pay my bills, I mean, if that's what it hey, because I mean, that's like the same thing for me. I think about it as dating like a S worker, you know, because like if my husband's an S worker, he might do that with other women. It's not really, you know, emotional or anything like that. But if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. That's my stimulation. If it's just for no reason and you just like, you really love this person, you like had a crush on Beyonce since you was 7, I'm gonna let that slide too, because that's a once in a lifetime experience. And I don't want to keep that from him, because why would I want to keep that from him? He's going to resent me. Think about it. He's going to resent me because he's going to be like, dang, I would be with Beyonce if it weren't for her. So, you know, for my man, it depends on the circumstance. And then anyway, because people in the comments and they're like, oh,
hold on, please don't. No. Leave the comments alone. I'm having a conversation between me and you. Okay. I just want you to answer the question, and I want to reply to you, please.
Okay, so here's another thing. Somebody was saying, oh, but you have to think about it. You have to think about knowing that your man slept with Beyonce. I think that would make my man's higher. Like, you know, that would bring up his social status. Like, yes, I'm with a man who's been with Rihanna. Come on.
Okay. So let me just understand. So you're okay with your partner? Are you okay with it being an exception if it's prostitution, or if they're just a fan of them in general? So just in general, you think that celebrities do get a pass? So you don't think it's disrespect?
But like, we got to be like actual celebrities. Like, I'm not talking about the girl with 100K followers. I'm talking about somebody who's going to benefit you.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so
being seen in a room with them is going to benefit you.
No. So basically, you just said that's what you just said. You said that you believe in S work. You believe if it was prostitution, that's okay. And even if they were just a fan, so somebody of a high caliber, an A-list celebrity, you think that that's okay. So your partner, you would be okay if they cheated on you or disrespected you.
I don't consider it disrespectful. That's what things you use words and you're like, this is disrespect. But that is personal. That's what disrespect is to you. Like some people call each other the B words casually, and that's not disrespectful to them. But if that's disrespectful to you, it's disrespectful to you. It's not disrespectful to me. And I don't just include celebrities. If Bill Gates asked my man to do something, he gonna really change our life. I mean, honey, like, do it for the family. Like, come on. Like, if we're talking about generational wealth, I mean, like, you think I'm gonna think about something as petty as 25 minutes? I'm not.
So you would be okay with your man sleeping with another man as long as he got some money out of it?
Why'd you say it like that?
That's literally what you just said. You just said if Bill Gates wanted to sleep with my man and it got some generational wealth, that's literally what you just said.
Yeah, but like you said it, like if you would let your man sleep with a man, I'm bisexual. Like I don't see it as like any weirder than him having sex with a woman.
That's not. I'm just asking you. You're okay with your man sleeping with another man if it's okay for money?
I mean, yeah, if you want to make good change off it, yeah.
So
I mean, men sleep with people for free, so
okay.
I don't know.
Is there anything you wouldn't do?
Me? I don't believe in prostitution for myself because I know that the way my mental health works, I wouldn't be able to live with myself after that. But if he can live with himself, he can do it. There's a lot of things I'm not willing to do. That's a tough question. I really don't. I wouldn't do a sodomy. I don't do sex work. I never have. I never will. I wouldn't do a polygamous relationship. I wouldn't like it if he was doing it all the time or with someone else like all the time.
Wait, hold on, ma'am. I am so confused. You just said that it was okay for money. You said that S work was okay. So wait. So it's okay for your partner, but it's not okay for you.
Yeah, because like I'm the pimp. So, you know, if he bringing money back to the house, I don't care.
So even if he brings you any STDs, you don't care as long as he's getting that money.
No. Because that's the thing about it. You're telling me like this is like when we say a pass, that means he said, "Hey, babe, I'm finna do this." You see what I'm saying? A pass, it means he's telling me. So if you're telling me what you're doing, then I know not to have sex with you after what you did. We're gonna make sure you go get tested before you ever come back to me because you told me what you were doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why I think it's a big difference between cheating and getting a pass. Is like, if you're telling me you're doing something, I can protect myself. I can say, hey, you just came back from Beyonce's house. Not tonight. I don't know where Jay-Z's been. I can do that, you know, because you told me and we're communicating and it's honesty. So I'm not risking STD if we're giving out passes because I know what's going on.
Okay, so is there anything you wouldn't let your partner do? Is the question, because it sounds like you're okay with your partner sleeping with a man, you're okay with your partner sleeping with a woman, you're okay with your partner prostituting their body. So my question to you, is there anything that you wouldn't let your partner do?
I wouldn't let him beat me. I wouldn't let him go behind my back and sleep with someone. Like if he doesn't tell me he slept with someone, that's when I'm risking STDs. That's when I'm risking things.
And
so
you wouldn't be risking STDs even if he told you?
Yeah, I wouldn't be, because if he tells me what he's doing, then I know not to have sex with him while he's doing what he's doing. If you tell me you're sleeping with 15 people right now, I know that so if I do it like this, there's a risk. But if you're like, oh, I'm only having sex with 0 people right now, I'm like, oh, if we do it like this, there's the risk. If you're honest with me, it's not a risk. If he's telling me he's out here doing what he's doing, I'm not risking an STD because I know what he's doing. So I know to get tested. I know that he needs to get tested and we can keep it clean.
Okay. And you said you wouldn't do that stuff yourself though.
No, because I don't have the mental for it. If you can look it up, a lot of women do feel a lot of emotional and mental toll after doing SA, like S work. And I don't want that. Like even Mia Khalifa was like, oh my God, I regret this so much. And like, I don't want that type of regret. It's not something you can take back. And I don't really want to do that to myself and have to live with that. Like maybe I could do it and be okay with it. But what if I'm not okay with it? Then I have to live with that forever and feel that guilt. So personally for me, I'm okay with a 9 to 5, and I don't really need that much money, so I don't feel the need to like do those sorts of things. I can just go work and make $14 an hour and be happy with life. So it's not for me. But if that's what he want to do, and he bring it back home, and he's bringing money back home, and he putting food in the kitchen,
right?
I mean, who am I to judge him?
Right, but you wouldn't do it. So you wouldn't cheat with a celebrity. You wouldn't do S work. You wouldn't do none of that stuff.
So S work, I absolutely wouldn't do. Cheat with a celebrity, I wouldn't do.
Okay.
Now, this isn't talking about cheating. And the question says, does your partner get a pass? Getting a pass is different from cheating in my eyes, because you're telling me what's going on. And that's that open communication. So if my partner, honestly, the only pass I would want, I honestly do. I honestly would understand if my partner wouldn't be okay with it, because he's so weird. But if I met Lakeith Stanfield, I would definitely probably fangirl. But he's such a weirdo. I would understand why my partner would be like really concerned, because I think I could actually bag him.
Are you being serious?
I think I could definitely be bagged, but I think I could definitely bag Lakeith Stanfield.
Ma'am, are you being serious? Or are you trolling? Like, are you really serious about all the things you're saying tonight? You'd be okay with your partner doing S work. You'd be okay with your partner sleeping with a man or a woman. Are you serious right now?
Why would I be unserious?
I'm just asking a question. Are you serious?
Okay. I am, because I don't believe in the ideology of really trying to control people. And if my partner tells me he wants a pass and I'm not okay with that, I'm not going to be like, oh, this is disrespectful, this is cheating, and, have a little podcast. I'm just going to let him go, be like, look, what you want in a relationship, I'm not saying it's unacceptable. I'm just saying it's not for me, Like, that's why I feel like you're looking in on their relationship and you're like, this is unacceptable. I'm like, it's not unacceptable, baby. It's just not for you. And you're not with her anyway. So it's like...
Well, one thing I think it was unacceptable. If it was acceptable, I don't think her boyfriend would be complaining about it, and I think that's pretty obvious. But my thing is, I just want to know. I'm more, you know what? I'm more intrigued about you and your relationship than Keke Palmer and Darius is, because you just said you would let your man do anything. So, question. I know all the.
I said he couldn't beat me. He can't steal my money. That's actually above beating me.
Oh, wow.
If I log into my bank account and he done took out all my money, it's
over, huh? It's over.
It's done. And I need my money back before I leave this relationship.
Right, but he can sleep with Bill Gates though.
Absolutely. If he bringing money back into that bank account, yeah. What you're not. I keep saying the same thing.
So hold on. Entertain me for a second. So I want to know, would your partner, if your partner said, "Hey, listen, baby, I got this great offer, 2.5 million, but I have to have SEX with dogs for a week, like the animals." Are you okay with that?
See? I'm not okay with that. That's the point. We're gonna have to draw some lines, because
so you draw the limit at bestiality.
And children. If you
whoa, stop. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hold on. Please. Don't talk about children. Don't talk about P3DOs. We are not going there. I just want to know your limits, because it seemed as if you were limitless as far as what your partner could do. That's all I wanted to know. Now, we're not talking about children, please. I just want to know, because you said that you would let him sleep with Bill Gates, or you would let him do anything with anybody as long as it were for money. So I just wanted to know, were animals off the table too? Because, I just didn't know. So please, and I don't want to get I don't want to get the live ban. So just please be careful and tread lightly with the talking about kids, please. All right. I'll let you say your last piece, and then we're going to have somebody else come up here.
I think it's inappropriate. You're comparing two consensualing two adults to a dog. I think that's inappropriate, because if I say Beyonce wants you and then you go to Beyonce, that's two consenting adults. There is that is absolutely different than an animal, and you have to acknowledge that. Like, what you're doing is creating straw mans. Like, you're making very false comparisons. Like, I explained to you explicitly what I meant, and you keep saying you'll let your man do anything. I won't let him steal. I won't let him beat me. And yeah, if my man says, I want to make money using my body, I'll take you to that corner if I get 40%.
Thank you for your opinion, ma'am. You have a nice day. Whoa. Yeah, I don't think she was serious. I asked her, was she serious? She said she was. I think she was in fact trolling. God, oh my God. Guys, pray for her if she was serious, because holy shit. Oh my God. Like, and she sounded young. I should have asked her how old she was, but shit. Let's get somebody else up here, because oh my God, that was nuts. New person, just introduce yourself. Tell me your name and where you're from, and tell me just what you think about the topic. Holy shit, man.
Hello.
How you doing? Introduce yourself and tell me what you think about the topic.
My name is Jeff Rizzle. That's not really my name, but it's my alias. My position is heck nah. They do not get a free pass whatsoever.
Okay.
And me included, I don't get a free pass either.
Okay. And do you think that and do you think that cheating is cheating no matter who it is? Like what is your ideals?
Yeah, I think cheating is cheating no matter what. Like if you step out to a relationship, whether it's like you talking with someone emotionally about your problems that in your relationship, and that's not like a married couple or like a counselor or something, or I think it could extend that far.
But do you think if you're not married, it's fine, right?
Oh no, I don't think that. I don't go along with that. I'm not part of that wave.
Yeah. So you think even if you're not married, if you're just in a committed relationship, it would still be considered cheating?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, if you are committed in your heart and then you turn away to go cheat or whatever, then yeah, it's cheating.
Why
you turn away from your partner and do them dirty?
Why do you think so many people are like are just like they don't, if you're not married, then it's okay? Thank you for the flowers. Why do you think it's like that? Why do you think so many women say, if they're not married, so it's okay? Why is that?
I think many people just want to be like sleeping around, having fun while they're young, which it might seem fun in the moment, but like, I mean, everything has consequences, whether sooner or later, I don't know. If I think, just people just want like these free passes to kind of do whatever they want without anybody saying anything. If you start taking away the power, in the words girlfriend and boyfriend, it becomes meaningless. Kind of like how Smex, I'll say Smex or Segs, is kind of became, it lost its power because everybody's doing it all the time. It's not special anymore. It's not, people are getting connections to people they don't want subconsciously without even realizing it. It's just all these bad eggs that come with it.
Right. That's really interesting. And would the last person I spoke to, they said that they would let their partner sleep with anyone as long as they were bringing in money, even if it were the opposite or same sex. How do you feel about that? What's your position on that? I just want to know.
I know you saw me in the chat. Hell no, I was laughing at her goofy ass. No, I do not agree with that whatsoever. Yeah, you should not. I don't think you should be giving anybody a free pass or anything like that, celebrity or not. Because to me, I think it's even worse when they are like fanning over celebrity, because that means basically if the celebrity were to come around,
thank you for the J's.
Public,
I'm listening.
Oh yeah, when you see them in public, she could run off on you right then and there. You never know. Like that's the thing that kind of gets me like worried about this whole thing, is like, if she's willing to fantasize about that, what, like when they're in person, like, who knows what could happen,
And question,
and I've seen
continue.
I've seen plenty of videos of like celebrities literally taking dudes' girls right in front of them, and like,
me too.
It's a real thing. So like, I don't play about that.
Me too. No, I agree with that 1,000%. And damn, I forgot what I was going to ask you. What was it?
My bad.
No, it's so good. No, I agree with that 1,000%. And I think that this is a clear indicator of the state of some of the people and how they think in the state of relationships nowadays. And I just think it's a terrible thing. But I definitely had a good question for you, but it slipped my mind. When I do remember, I will ask you. But I think it's T Rena are the last person that just came up. Introduce yourself and where you're from, and just let us know what you think about the topic.
Yes, my name is Tawana, actually, and then my middle name is Renee. But I think the topic is very interesting. Does your partner get a pass or cheat? The answer is no. You have to have values. But I do have something to say about, you mentioned about, like, some people think that if you're not married, then it's okay to, like, cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's more so for the older generation, because I do remember my father telling me, like, hey, if you're not married, then a guy can do whatever he wants, because you're not married. So, but I think that was also his way of saying to, his daughter, me, of course, saying, hey, make sure you're married first, right? So, I think that has a lot to do with where people get the idea from, maybe from their parents or their grandparents saying it to them.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the other question?
Well, I think that stems from, it's like more of a religious thing when you talk about morals and traditional morals, right? Because when you talk about a regular relationship, there's no ramifications, there's no consequences if you cheat. Whereas if you have a religion or Abrahamic religion,
Yes.
and if you cheat, it's considered an adultery. And in a lot of country where the law is the religion, and even you can look at a lot of stories, and when it comes to Abrahamic religions, you could be almost stoned to death, or stoned unalive. Sorry, TikTok. Stoned unalive. So there's consequences, there's ramifications for the things you do when you're married. And this is the conversations that I've had with partners in my life too, or partners in the past, where it's like, well, if we're in just a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, and me having a relatively religious, family and stuff like that, and being relatively religious myself, it's like we boyfriend and girlfriend, but there's no consequences. But if I cheat on you in a marriage, that's adultery. And that maybe if you believe in a higher being and you believe in afterlife, that's something that you'll have to answer for. And I think that's more or less maybe kind of what your father meant. I don't know 100%, but I can understand that position. But but do you think it's okay to do if you're not married?
To cheat?
Yeah.
Well, so it just depends on the agreement, I guess you could say, like the conversation that you have with your partner. Because what I find very interesting now these days, like a guy or a woman can come and say, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they get involved on this sexual or another type of level, right? And the other person's like, okay, we're in a relationship now, but the other person doesn't think the same thing. So it's like, okay, if y'all don't have that mutual understanding or that agreement, then it's kind of not considered cheating, but the other person may feel that way.
So basically you're saying that if there's no boundaries set, or if there's no clear boundaries on the type of relationship that you have, everything is a go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Is this how you?
But then it's also like, me personally, I'm not going to continue to talk to somebody if we don't have that type of conversation, right? If I don't have that type of understanding, I'm not even going to consider you my partner from the get-go. But you have some people that don't do that, right? They just assume, hey, we're in a relationship now and you're not.
So let's say if you're in
a committed, they get upset.
Let's say if you're in a committed relationship with this person, and you guys both have the understanding that you're in a monogamous committed relationship, not necessarily married. Do you now?
No, that's cheating. No, that's not okay.
Okay.
That's considered cheating.
Okay. Just wanted to understand your position. And you said celebrities don't get a pass, right?
Nah, nobody don't get a pass. Just because they're celebrity don't mean nothing. No.
Right. And
cheating is cheating.
What do you consider? Would you consider flirting or dancing with someone in a very sexual manner? Would you consider that cheating, or is that okay?
I wouldn't consider it cheating, but it's not okay. And then there's something I wouldn't do. Because if you care about that person the way you say you do, you wouldn't even put yourself out there like that, right? So you're basically saying like the person that you're dancing with, you're saying, hey, I'm free and I'm available. And if you're with a person that you care about, you don't want somebody else thinking that you're free and available, right?
Right.
So I wouldn't do it.
I hear you. That I feel like that's a fair stance. Let's let the last person that came up introduce yourself, where you're from, and tell me what you think about the topic.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you, host, for letting me come up in here. What's going on, everybody in the box? My name is Bourbon and Bowtie. I'm out of Georgia. And the topic, no, I don't think celebrities get a pass for cheating. I don't think if you're in a monogamous relationship or any type of relationship, and I'm not going to say monogamous because I was watching your live before coming home, and you had an individual on there who was trying to conflate the difference between monogamy and some other stuff. So I'm just going to say if you are in a committed relationship where you and your partner have discussed what their boundaries are, and one of their boundaries is sleeping outside of your relationship, that's cheating.
Right.
No way to, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right. 100%.
And again, it's what the boundaries that you set within your relationship. So if your partner thinks, if y'all have a conversation, your partner says, hey, if you go dance with another woman or a man, I take that as a sign of disrespect and I consider that cheating, then guess what? In your relationship that you're in right now with the person that you decided to be with, that's cheating to them. You may not feel that it's cheating, but if they have already expressed to you what their boundaries is and you go outside that boundary, then you decided to stay with them prior to that boundary, then you've already accepted the fact that this person is going to deem this as cheating. So there it is. Now, you may be with somebody else who doesn't feel that way, and then y'all can have that conversation. But whoever you're with at that point, whatever boundary they set, and you decide to be with them after those boundaries are set, then whatever you do to disrespect them or break that boundary, that's what you did.
So I have a tough question for you.
I got a question too, y'all.
Hold on. Somebody's talking. Just wait your chance. You'll get to speak. So I have a question for you. So what if you're in a relationship and these boundaries were never necessarily set? Like, for example, if you're with your partner and you say, and they go and do something, do something that would be considered cheating, but you never actually talked about it, right? You never actually said, hey, if you do this specific thing with a specific celebrity, that's cheating. But and you had a problem with it. What would you think? How would you go about it?
Well, I believe a lot of things should be common sense. I believe when you are old enough, you've seen how the world works. I believe there's a lot of things in a relationship that should not have to be talked about. Let's be honest. Some things do. In that particular case, if that has not been discussed, I do not believe, number one, you go and out your partner publicly, as did, Keke Palmer's ex, whatever. However, I also believe that there is a level of common sense that should be had in a relationship, a level of respect for your partner and yourself. That if you know, or let's say you didn't know, let's say you just think, right? For instance, you know what? I think this may be upsetting. Let me just shoot a message, or let's say she didn't even want to get his permission. What about a courtesy text? Listen, I'm wearing this. I'm just letting you know I'm wearing this. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, there should just be some level.
God damn it.
Can I say something?
Hold on. So you can. I just want to ask him one more question. So what if he did have this boundary and it wasn't, because that's the big thing with the situation. He's getting almost burned at the stake. He's almost getting burned at the stake for speaking up for something which a lot of people would consider what she did cheating. I've had so, and it's so crazy because I've had so many women tell me that they consider flirting cheating, or anything that would make me upset done with another person behind my back would be cheating. But I've never seen in this case so many people say, like, for example, Lil Uzi Vert and his girlfriend, right? So supposedly he took a picture with Ice Spice, and his girl, I think it was Young Miami. She threw a phone at him. She made a scene. She acted belligerent. And somehow that was justified. But this man simply commenting on the mother of his child was wrong. So do you think if they had boundaries, do you think what he did was okay?
I think that no, even if they had boundaries of he didn't like what she wore, regardless of the tweets or the whatever he posted before of him showing what he was proud of, that his son got her thick or whatever, regardless of that, if he had already established, hey, when you go, I don't want you to wear this, and she did it anyway, then again, that's still a conversation that he needed. For me personally, everybody handles things differently, but I always believe you keep your laundry, you don't air your dirty laundry out in the street. He could have sent her a text message like, yo, call me when you go to the bathroom or something. We need to talk. But him doing that on a public social platform, that's not what he should have done.
But why do you think she deserved the courtesy of getting a text or waiting until she got home for him to say that when she publicly humiliated him?
Because I think as a man, this is from my perspective,
mm-hmm.
I would never do something, even if I felt like my woman did something to disrespect me or whatever. I'm always going to try to protect the sanctity of my woman. I'm always going to try to show her the utmost respect. I'm always going to try to make sure that nobody sees me as the person who disrespect her and treat her any other way than what my father showed me how to treat a woman. So regardless of if you cheat on me, I'm going to talk to you in private. Like, why did you, we're going to have our bouts or whatever behind closed doors. I'm not going to speak on your, your womanhood or anything like that. So just for me, just me personally, I think you should do that. Now, I've heard people say, and they're absolutely correct, the way she did him or the way she got him upset, you can't dictate how he responds. And if that's how people operate, that's fine. But me personally, I'm not doing that. I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to send you that text. I'm going to tell you need to call me. I'm going to blow your phone up, but I'm not going to do it to where everybody knows that I'm upset with you, because this is what happens in our household, especially as a man. And if you claim to be the head of that household or whatever, there's a way that real men handle things, the head of household, that, and I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee you, but I would like to believe that if he would have, after that concert was done and he was mad at her and they did that behind closed doors, I bet you Keke Palmer would probably be saying something differently, like, hey, I apologize behind closed doors, or left it alone. I think what happened is that once he did what he did publicly, even if she felt bad about it, peer pressure got her to double down on what she was doing. I firmly believe that Keke Palmer is a great mother, probably a great partner or whatever. But we're all imperfect human beings, and sometimes that spotlight, that peer pressure will get you to double down on things that you probably really honestly didn't want to double down on personally.
I think you're a better man than me. I think anybody who does something that I consider cheating, I wouldn't be having a conversation with anybody. I mean, that's fine, and you have your opinion on that, but somebody who cheats on me, you don't deserve a conversation. Now, I'm not saying that I would necessarily tweet. I'm not saying what I would do, but I know damn sure we wouldn't be having a conversation, and this relationship still wouldn't be together. We would be done. But everybody has different standards, right? And everybody has a different level of tolerance. I don't believe that. I don't believe if a guy's getting cheated on, I think there's a level of respect that's already not there. And I think her actions showed there was a level of respect. And I don't think that's something you can come back from, because if you'll do that publicly, imagine what you would do in private. So I think, him tweeting, I think that's the least of his worries. I think if it were me, I would have done her. You know what I'm saying? She would be done. But hey, that's your opinion, and I respect that. Yeah, sure.
Can I ask you? Okay,
sure.
So let's just say, has this ever happened to you? You've been in a relationship, and maybe your woman maybe wore something out in public that you didn't know about. Maybe she went to run errands, and when she got back home, you saw that, like, oh, you wore that out, and she didn't think it was a big deal, right? Honestly, she just honest mistake, didn't think about it. It was just something she threw on to go do whatever. Would that, in your eyes, be something that you would consider a deal break? Would you consider that cheating because she wore something that you didn't agree with because she didn't think it was a big deal? Or would you have a conversation like, hey, please don't wear that again? I don't appreciate that.
Well, my point of contention isn't her cheating, right? Obviously, He's the mother of her child. He has the right to comment on that. But that's not my point of contention. My point of contention is her behavior, how she conducted herself. Right. Obviously, the outfit plays a role into it. And yeah, I've had girlfriends who wore stuff that I didn't like, and I didn't break up with them for that. But I've never had a girlfriend who wore something I didn't like and then allowed herself to be held in another man's arm, allowed me to be disrespected by first posting it on Instagram and then going to that man and dancing in his arms and doing things that I would consider cheating. So her outfit isn't my point of contention. My point of contention is her actions. And I would 1,000%, hold on, let me finish. I would 1,000% never, because I have standards, and maybe I have been cheated on behind my back, but to my knowledge, never. And I would never forgive something like that. And I think that all the women that I've ever dated have enough respect for me to not do that publicly, let alone in front of millions of people. Like, it's nuts. So no, I would never forgive something like that. And I don't think the outfit was the major issue. Yeah, it could be an issue, but that's not the major issue here, right? The major issue is how she turned around and showed her body off deliberately for this man, right? That it makes me think, like, if you're doing this on stage, damn, what the hell's happened at the after show? I wouldn't even call her to question anything, because if you can do that publicly, imagine what you're going to do in private. There's nothing that leads me to believe that she wouldn't cheat. So no, I wouldn't even, it would be done. And maybe my standards are a little high, but I just think a lot of men have low standards when it comes to their relationship. So no, I would never forgive her.
Okay. Well, all respect, brother. You know, I love the what's the word I'm looking for?
I'll break up with her same night, take the kid.
Listen, I have something to say, because I feel like, have y'all seen Keke Palmer's videos, like her music videos and stuff?
Okay.
Because I feel like she's a celebrity, right? So not saying it's okay, they get a pass for doing anything disrespectful, but like, she literally is grinding and on people in music videos. Even her last music video that she just came out with, right? And she had the same baby daddy boyfriend at that time.
Right.
And he was okay with that. You know, like, they were posting videos on social media with her bra and panties on.
Right.
You know, she's over there twerking with him in videos. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
I don't think, like, me, I'm old, way old, probably older than a few of y'all on here. So like, I think of her age, and I know she's a fresh mom, but like, when you go out with your girlfriends, it's like a whole nother, I guess, environment. And I'm not making excuses for her, but I just know, like, when I was young and out, you know, and I was dating and stuff like that, and I go out with my girls, I'm not really thinking about the man at home or what I have on or my actions. I'm just out enjoying myself and having fun.
Right.
Right. And I just think that when I look at the video, I just think that's what she was doing. She was just enjoying herself.
Right.
And he didn't even have a problem with her half dressed in a bra and underwear on social media. So why would she think in her mind he's gonna have a problem with what I have on now?
Right.
And then you gotta think too, her and Usher that's not their first time meeting each other, right?
Right.
They have known each other. They'd have seen each other, probably hung out with each other. Who knows what they have done with each other, you know? So I feel like, if I think about like Keke and her acting and her music videos, I felt like it was a friendly moment, but he was in his feelings.
Right.
And he has every right to be in his feelings, right? But I don't think, like Bourbon said, I don't think it was okay for him to, well, I don't say okay. I think he could have had a better way of handling his expression of his feelings on social media. That should have been something that maybe was in private, but like, he was probably in the moment too. Like, he's upset.
Well, so hold on. You leave me with a lot of questions, because you first just said that what she did was wrong, but now you go back on it and you're saying that because her man posted her on social media, it is now okay for her to be
no, I never said what she did was wrong.
Okay, so you don't think it's wrong. So what she did was okay.
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, I didn't
say it was okay or if it was wrong.
It
What
has to
I'm
be one or
saying
the
is I
other.
don't think that she was. I'm saying that I don't think she was intentionally going out to be considered a cheater or the bad guy, right? I think that she was just going out to have fun with her girls.
So she accidentally.
I'm not saying she was right or wrong.
Hold on. So she accidentally disrespected her man. She was an accident.
No, I'm not saying no. It's not nothing like you're trying to like twist the words.
Well, I'm not trying to twist anything. I'm just trying to have an understanding because you just said you don't think what she did was wrong, and then you tried to justify that by him posting his girl on social media half naked, but her being almost half naked in front of another man flaunting it is okay. Just because I do it, that doesn't make it okay for any man to do it. That's basically your logic with that. And then you said you said because she's working, right, in music videos and movies, maybe where she's doing things that are analogous to what she did on stage, where she's getting paid. Now it's okay to do it in her free time for fun, and it's not work. So that makes it the same thing as if it were work. I'm just confused on your point.
What I'm saying is, like, for instance, like, I feel like everybody's blowing it up to be something that is probably not. You know what I mean? Because we don't know their lives, right? We don't know if she did get paid for it. We don't know if this is all just a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if it's for likes. We don't know any of that, right? But what I'm saying is, when I think of Keke Palmer, the actor, the TV star, the comedian, because she's funny too, and I think about the post that her baby daddy recently posted, you know, with her flaunting like her whole body. She had on a bra, and it was not a bathing suit; it was a bra and panties, right? And he was okay with that,
right? And
he didn't have anything to say. Right. He didn't say, "Oh, you know, we need to take this post down." No, he posted. He reposted it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So now for
him, hold on, let her finish. I want to finish.
Him to go out there and make a comment for social media, it does seem like a little gimmick as well, right?
Oh, so hold on. Let me just understand your logic. So if I post a video of my girl in a bikini, it is now okay for her to be in something very similar and flaunting it in front of other men. So that's okay for her to do according to your logic.
I'm also talking about her music videos.
Oh.
So if she just had a music video where she's half naked grinding on somebody.
Right.
And that's the thing
right.
that Usher just did.
Skip over what he just asked you. He literally just asked
what he asked.
You can't skip over that. He just asked you the same thing. If he posts something of his girl, and then now it's revealing because he appreciates what his woman looks like, and he's the one posting it. Now it's okay.
But that's what. No, I did not skip over what he just said though, because I just said though, I get what you're saying. Like, okay, they're in their comfort in their own home, right? And that's his girl. She has every right to grind on her. But what I'm saying too is that she also made a music video where she's grinding on somebody half naked.
But so
right?
wait, but hold on. Before you get to the music video, I'll answer that first. But it's okay because I did it. Now it's okay for other men to do similar things with my lady. Yes or no? It's not okay.
I'm not saying it's okay. No.
So why bring up that example?
But what I'm saying is he did not say anything about the music video. That's my point.
Oh, well, all right. Hold on. We're gonna get to the music video. I'm just trying to understand why bring up what he posted on social media if you don't think it's okay for her to do that with any other man.
My point. Because my point is, if he had a problem with Keke Palmer grinding on anybody besides himself, he would not have been okay with all her previous music videos.
Okay,
right?
so
he would have been saying,
hold on. But that's not a music video. I seen the video he posted of her in her bikini when she was pregnant. That's not a music video. That's not her working. He posted that out of his own pleasure.
So let me ask you this. So if Keke Palmer, if you find out tomorrow that Keke Palmer and Usher planned the whole thing and she got paid to do that, would it be an issue?
No, because then everybody, I would say if hold on. I would say if Darius was in on it,
yes, then it would be okay.
Then it would be okay. But if he wasn't in on it, it's not okay. So basically, according to your logic,
you think that Darius was in on all of her music videos?
No, but hold on, sweetheart.
That's a perfect point you just made.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm just trying to understand something. what he posted on Instagram is not a music video. Anything he posted of her on Instagram is her not getting paid for. She's in her home and she may be half naked, something that I personally don't agree with, but he posted her. So you're saying that because he posted her man, the father of her child, because he did it, it's okay for any man to do it. That's what I'm asking you.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But I'm just, is it okay? Yes or no? That we'll get to the music video because that's a totally separate situation. I'm just asking you, is that okay? It's not okay.
But
oh,
no, it's not okay.
Okay, so now let's get to the music video. A music video, is that not something that is promoting her career, which would bring in income? Is it not?
Say that again.
Is her music video something that would promote her career and bring her an income one way or another? Is it not?
It is.
Okay, so why would he question that if that's something that's her career and she's making money versus her being on stage and that's voluntary? She went up there. Usher isn't paying her.
How do you know that? That's my point.
Okay.
Like, you don't know anything about the celebrity life, right?
Okay.
And how that works.
Okay.
So that's why I say, what happens if tomorrow you find out that the whole thing Usher did pay her and it was all for her new video that's coming out? You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, we don't know that.
Okay. Well, first of all, hold on. First of all, that's not the case. That's one, right? And even if you say let me finish. Even if you say if can go on for all eternity, right? If, but that's not the case. And you can't verify the opposite either. So I think what you're saying about if is irrelevant, right? And even if that were the case, it's still wrong because she didn't include her boyfriend who she's in a committed relationship with. So either way you look at it, it's not justifiable.
It's wrong for her. So that's what I'm saying, though. So then that means that it's wrong for her to get paid for the fucking other videos too. Then
no, it's not,
right?
because
no,
ma'am.
So you mean to tell me she's including her boyfriend in her decisions to make music videos?
Ma'am.
No, she's not.
Ma'am, is this not common sense? He would know if she's making a music video. Obviously, this is for her career. So hold on. Ma'am, this is common sense. If he's her partner, right? He's in a committed relationship with her, which is an indicator that maybe they communicate, right? Just say, for example, they communicate. And he says, well, hey, that song you did, oh, you're making a music. I'm aware of that song. I know that song. I sleep with you at night. I know that song. So common sense would say, I know that that's a music video and I know this is contributing to your career. So more than likely he would be in on it. Now, if she went on stage with Usher and was gyrating on him and doing things that are inappropriate, right? That would then trigger this man and make him upset and maybe cross the boundary, which we don't know, right? That's something totally different. And I'm having a hard time understanding why you don't understand that.
No, I mean, I get it now that you said it like that, but what I'm trying to say is it doesn't even matter. Don't be looking at it.
Yeah, exactly. Tino, music, you want to introduce yourself, say your name and tell us where you're from and tell me what you think about the topic.
Yo, I appreciate that. And I'm not gonna say where I'm from.
It doesn't matter. You can make up a place. Just what you want us to call you, dude.
Oh no, you can call me Tino. That's my government.
Okay, tell us what you think about the topic now.
Yeah, so it's a little interesting. I kind of had a question. I'm trying not to fall asleep because I gotta be up in 4 hours. So my question is, if a girl told you hey, you want to do it too many times.
Wait, what?
You should go find somebody else.
Wait. If a girl told me what?
So if a girl tells you basically to find another partner to even it out, I guess.
What are we evening out?
The good old bedroom time. If you get my drift.
He's saying
I think I get what you're saying.
I'm not trying to get banned, y'all.
Yeah, no. So continue your point. What are you trying to say?
You know what I'm trying to say.
Now I do. But continue what you're saying. So what's your point?
So if she was yeah, you can have another partner for that. would you guys do it?
If my partner said that I can have another partner to
She just doesn't want to know about it.
to make love with.
That's it.
So we're practicing polygyny at that point.
Yeah.
Well, if
No,
we
I wouldn't do it.
if we were open and we said and we made it very clear that these are the circumstances of our relationship, yeah, that's fine. But that's something that's discussed and that's something we're both on par with. So I don't understand how's that relevant to the topic, sir.
Well, I don't know. I consider myself, I guess, pretty traditional.
Mm.
And when people kind of like look at, these statements, does your partner get a pass to cheat? Obviously, there's a boundary in play.
Right.
When it comes to celebrities, I've met a good few just to know that they're just people at the end of the day.
Right.
Think about it. We all make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And we all go through hardships with any relationship, right? Even when it comes to parents. And sometimes we don't understand them, but there's this nice lesson that I learned where you take a step back and you look at the whole perspective, right? And things get pretty complex at that point. So just because you can look at like Keke Palmer's situation, this probably triggered this probably triggered this. These are people with like completely different lives than what's publicized on the media. So yeah, there's a lot of secrecy that goes on. Right. I wouldn't be surprised if it was all like a marketing scheme, but at the end of the day, if someone crosses your boundary, at least in my eyes, then at that point, it's fair game. I guess that's maybe like the best way to state it. I feel like you allow that into your life, especially as a dude, by doing that, because I think how your girl's acting is a reflection on yourself as a man.
Cool.
Hey, Ghost, can I say something real quick?
Sure, man. Say what you got to say.
So I think that as people who are not celebrities, we put these unrealistic expectations, or we hold celebrities to an unrealistic moral standard that it's okay for them to do stuff, knowingly that if we were in the same situation, it would not be okay for those situations to happen to us. And I only say that because Miss T, she when you mentioned about how it's Keke Palmer, she's a celebrity and it's not a big deal, and she should get a pass or whatever. If you take that same scenario and or you mentioned how she's when you're out with your girls and you're having a good time, almost kind of to say almost like you're not in control of what's going on because you're just having a good time. If you took that same situation in any relationship that you're in, and your significant other went out downtown with his boys or girls, whatever, and they did the same thing, they showed off something around other people that's supposed to be for you, something sacred in your relationship, you wouldn't be okay with that. But for whatever reason, we're making it okay for Keke Palmer and all these other people to do it, and we're giving these passes. We're not holding them accountable, and we're making everything okay for them. But if the same thing happened to you and or any of us, and I'm not going to say specifically you, but any of us in these relationships of people who are not of status, we would have an issue. And my only question is why are we not holding everybody accountable to the same standard? And it seems like for whatever reason, just because they make a lot more money than us or they're up in Hollywood, we just kind of want to look at their values and say, okay, well, it's okay for them to do it, but it's not okay for people to do it down here. It should be the same standard across the board.
I agree, but I think, let's look at the whole problem, right? The whole problem we can maybe state is socially influenced. But how I see it, right, is you kind of did point out, we don't exactly know what's going on. It's whatever happens behind closed doors happens. But when we look at it, are we upset for him or are we upset at her?
I personally believe that both of them as adults could have handled both of their emotions or whatever life differently. I think he could have. Hold on. I think he could have talked to her one-on-one. You good? I think he could have talked to her one-on-one, whether that be after the show, whenever she got home, whatever. And then I think she probably either because again, there's a lot of what ifs going on. What if we don't know if they talked about the bodysuit she wore before they went out. We don't know if he told her he didn't want her to wear it and she did it anyway. We don't know if that wasn't the original outfit and then she changed later. We don't know none of these things. So that's why I feel like because we don't know, just outsiders looking in, I can only say from me personally, if that happened to be me, number one, I'm going to be pissed, be upset, whatever. And depending on, how I feel or how deep or whatever, I'm going to either number one, I'm going to have a conversation straight up with my specific, with my significant other, one-on-one. I'm not going to out them in public. That's just not what I do, period. Right? And then from there, in a private space, either we're not going to be together, you need to get out, you need to do whatever. But number one, I'm not going to out them publicly. And on her end, I think she could have worn something or done something a lot more tasteful. I think pretty much what probably set it off. Nobody knew her cheeks was out until she turned around and showed Usher at the part that said, "Look at you," which was like, hey, I need everybody to see my cheeks. And I think that was probably, the distasteful part about the whole situation. So everybody could have handled things differently. But this what if she did it? We don't know. We just dealing off what we do know. And what we do know is he went on Twitter, he tripped on Twitter, and then she showed cheeks. And that's it.
I agree with that. I think that the way he handled it, I mean, they both, like you said, handled it wrong, but I do think that, I agree with everything you just said about him maybe talking to her one-on-one and stuff, and having that conversation instead of her posting it on social media. But then again, he does have the right to feel how he feels, and he reacted just like anybody who could be pissed or mad, and maybe he found out the same time we found out, who knows. But I do think that he shouldn't have posted it on social media like that.
So question T, do you think that what if he was belligerent? What if he acted violent? Do you think that would have been worse or okay?
No, I don't think that would have. I don't believe in violence and people hitting people like that. So no.
So are you aware of the JT and Lil Uzi situation? How'd you feel about that?
I thought I was on speaker. I kind of heard about it, but I really don't know about that situation. I think it was a whole bunch of another what ifs going around, so I have no idea.
No, that wasn't a what if. Apparently, he was basically talking to Ice Spice, and they took a picture, and I guess she was triggered and got upset. A lot of people thought that he got off easy with just having a phone thrown at him and her just acting belligerent. I just thought you heard about it, but I just wanted to know what you thought about that.
No, I did hear about that.
Oh, you did?
I saw that, but I wasn't sure what was the reason behind it. About the argument,
because he was talking to Ice Spice and taking pictures.
So is the question like, do I think that JT what she did was right?
No, I'm asking you how. Yeah, basically, how you think she handled the situation? Was she okay? Was that wrong?
No, I don't think that was right. Like I said, I don't believe in throwing or hitting. No violent stuff. No, she was wrong for what she did.
I hear you. Oh, thank you for the gloves, Tony. Appreciate that. Let's get somebody else up here. And Cash Eyes. You guys can just introduce yourself, where you're from, and let us know what you think about the topic. One at a time, though. Somebody.
I was gonna let you go first, so I don't know. Hey, that was funny. Yo, whoever want to go first, it don't matter. Nah, man, go ahead, man. It's all good. That's funny. I want to have courtesy, and everybody is waiting on the next person to go. I can already tell that I like this live. Go ahead. Yeah, I was just gonna bring up the fact that Jay-Z didn't say nothing when Beyonce had her whole dress open and her leg around Terrence J at the BET Awards, and nobody's talking about that. And I also just don't understand how a lot of dudes, they not mad at Usher, but they mad at Keke Palmer, because if you was a real man, if you was mad about it, you would have told Usher, I don't appreciate you dancing on my girl like that. But a lot of dudes are weak and they don't want to do that, so they want to be mad at their woman. If it was a publicity stunt, nothing like that, yeah, it would be different, but we don't know if it was a publicity stunt or not. But I really just feel like people are taking this out of proportion. Y'all act like Keke Palmer gave that man head on stage. It literally wasn't a big deal. He was dancing, and it was a small little moment. Y'all literally act like they had sex in front of people and it wasn't that serious.
Wow.
I've seen Cardi B do worse at shows, and I've seen Cardi B in concert. Cardi B done brought a whole dude on stage with basically almost her panties off. Keke Palmer did not do that. So like y'all really doing too much about this, and I feel like y'all want to pick and choose what's right and what's wrong,
Right.
because Jay-Z did not say nothing. When Beyonce had her dress was open, had her whole leg around Terrence Howard at the BET Awards, and I know all of y'all remember that. If y'all don't remember, go watch it on YouTube at the BET Awards. Her dress was open and her whole leg around his neck. Keke Palmer did not do that.
Okay.
So
Hold on. I want to hold on. I want to reply to him. Look, finish what you got to say, because you're saying a lot, and it sounds like you're making some good points. But I just want you to let you finish, and then I will respond to you, because I think there's a bit of a discrepancy with some of the things you're saying.
Well, no, I don't think nobody gets a pass, to cheat and all that. But I'm not gonna lie, my girl is not gonna say nothing if Beyonce wanted to serenade me at a show. You ain't gonna say nothing about that. This is the one time that I get to be in Beyonce, and they're entertainers. Like y'all act like entertainers don't do this 24/7.
Right. Okay. All right. Hold on. You said a lot. So
just don't feel like if it was a regular person, y'all would not be doing.
Okay. Hold on. Let me reply to you. You said a lot. First things first. Jay-Z is an entertainer, correct? Beyonce is an entertainer, correct? Okay, cool. Keke Palmer is an entertainer, correct? Cool. Marcus, entertainer? No. Okay, that's that. Second, Jay-Z is not the best example. Jay-Z has been accused of pimping his wife since day one, and he has done a lot of things. If you want to get into the details about Jay-Z, you got to talk about everything, right? So I don't think that's the best example, and I don't think that's a route you want to go down to try to justify her actions, right? Because Jay-Z is not considered the most ethical person, and I love Jay-Z. Pause. Like I'm from New York. I live in New York. I still listen to Jay-Z's first album, right? So I don't think that's the best person to try to justify his actions. And then at the very least, even if you don't get into their personal life, you can say that they're both entertainers. So they are both coming from a different position. So whether he liked it or not, it doesn't matter. He understands that she's doing a job. Keke Palmer's man is not an entertainer. Okay. And then let's talk about when you said, nobody's addressing Usher. Usher's doing his job. And think about this. And this is the logic. And this is one thing I never understood about, like, there's been times where, I hooked up with a girl and I didn't know she had a boyfriend. And I've actually taught guys out of this too, out of trying to fight me. And I'm a professional fighter, so I fight, right? But I've talked my way out of stuff because think about the logic here. You are in a relationship with that person, not me. So why would you come at me because of what your partner did? So I'm in a relationship with Keke Palmer, and she goes and does things that I would consider infidelity, but I'm going to address the guy. No, that's just a man being a man. Why am I going to go address the man and say, hey, man, you did that to my girl, and because I didn't address him, that makes me less of a man? No, my commitment isn't between me and Usher. My commitment is between me and Keke Palmer. So why the fuck would I go to Usher and say, hey, man, I'm going to fight you for doing that to my girl, and now somehow that makes me less of a man because me and him are not in the commitment? Like, the logic is just nuts. And I'm surprised you even really tried to make that argument. It's like, I don't even understand why you would say that.
Is that if you felt a certain way about it, Usher as an adult, you know that woman is in a relationship. So don't go up.
Well, does he know, really? Does he know? And even if he did know.
Well, I know about Keke Palmer, and I didn't even, I don't follow Keke Palmer like that, but I do know that she's in a relationship with that dude.
Okay, cool.
So what I'm saying is, you as a man, you should not be dancing or doing anything with a married woman, just like a married woman should not be going up to a man and doing that. We got y'all trying to hold people to a different standard, and you can't do that. You don't go up to a married person and do that for a person in a relationship. And if Usher didn't know, then that's on him.
Cool. So
my whole thing is, you don't be dancing on married people and doing it.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. Usher he's an entertainer, right? And he's doing a show. He has tried this spill on everybody, right? When with Sweetie, she didn't go up there and get all in his face. the Instagram girl that has vitiligo, she went and sat on her boyfriend's lap. So what is the common denominator here? It's Keke Palmer. Nobody told Keke Palmer to go upstage and get all in this man's arms and show off her body. That's something she did. That you can't blame that on Usher, because Usher is going to do that to anybody who he feels like who paid to come see him. He's doing his job. So
Keke paid to go see you.
Okay, so she didn't pay to go get on stage and be serenaded and wrap her arms and show off her body to another man and do things that would be considered cheating. Dude, like, where's the logic here?
So, bro, let's say if I'm Usher and I go up and dance on your girl, is that okay because I'm an entertainer?
No, it's not okay.
Okay, so why wouldn't you say, hey, bro, don't dance on my girl? You was wrong for that. Why wouldn't you be a man and say that?
First of all, that has, listen, oh my God, dude, your logic. That if my girl, right, brought a ticket to an Usher concert, who's putting her in that situation? Usher or herself?
Oh, how do you know if Keke knew that he was going to dance on her? How did Keke know that?
What?
Do you know for a fact that Keke knew that he was going to go up to her that night?
No, but that's the thing. He didn't go up to her. She went to him. She got her ass on stage.
Because they're both entertainers. So what is the issue?
I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
Hold on. I just
feel like we need to hold everyone to the same accountability. You said you didn't want to bring Jay-Z into the situation. I really don't care about that because I treat everybody equally.
All right, listen, dude, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I think it's very clear you made yourself sound away. I think you expressed and exposed your logic. I think you expressed and exposed your logic, and I think the consensus is your logic is just a little bit flawed. So I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I want Cash Eyes just to introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and let us know what you think about the topic.
What's going on, everyone? I enjoy this live. I've been listening for a while. I'm happy that I'm in here now. I feel like this on this topic. Look, it's never up to me, and I've been married a long time. It's not up to me to check the guy ever. The guy is gonna do what a guy is supposed to do. If I'm at a club with my wife, the guys are supposed to hit on her. That is their job. Okay? I'm not gonna get up here and I'm gonna try to fight guys and try to be the biggest and baddest or whatever. No, my lady is supposed to have enough respect for me to be like, you know what, my man is here. Now, flip side of that, maybe she might not be like, my man is here if I wasn't there. But for that point, she's gonna show me enough respect not to get at a dude in front of me. You know, I don't agree with what her significant other, because I don't know if they're married or not. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't know if they're married or not, but I don't agree with what he did, blasting her over the internet and whatnot, because she should have known that before. Women know when they're dealing with real men. They know that that stuff is not gonna fly. Any woman that I've ever dealt with in my life, besides my wife, she's not gonna talk to a guy in front of my face. She's not gonna be grinding up on a man in front of my face. So I'm curious to what people have to say about that. Hey man, why are you doing yourself like that?
Hey, listen, you wasn't supposed to be focused on that, man. You wasn't supposed to focus on that. Hey,
I think in his comment section, it's kind of crazy to me that I hear, and it's coming from women that she didn't have a ring on it, she wasn't married, and that rhetoric to me is so asinine, because when you are in the beginning stages of a relationship and you decide to be committed, your purpose is to try to figure out if that person is the right person for you. If it is in fact the goal is marriage, right? How else are you supposed to see the type of person this person is going to become once you put a ring on it if they're not showing you their true colors prior to that point? As a man, I'm supposed to be showing you the things that I can provide for you. I'm supposed to show you protection. I'm supposed to show you all these things prior to the ring so that you have a better understanding of who the guy that you're about to marry, and you already know who I am. There's no surprises. So why, as a man, am I not supposed to expect the same thing from y'all? And these comment sections is just crazy to me how women believe that until you put a ring on their finger, they can just go out here and act buck wild. So you're telling me I'm just not supposed to know who I'm supposed to be with until I put a ring on your finger, and then I get this totally different person that you didn't want to show me because I didn't want to put a ring on it. So I don't know that you're horrible with money. I don't know that you don't believe in loyalty. I don't know that you don't know how to cook or don't even want to aspire to learn how to cook. I don't know that you didn't you didn't want kids. Like, these are things you show when you're an adult, right? These are things that you show to the person you want to be with beforehand. That's the point of being in a relationship. So this idea, this rhetoric that's being pushed that if you don't have a ring on it, you're not owed anything, it's crazy.
I don't agree with the whole ring thing, but I do think that Keke Palmer did show her boyfriend, because they're not married, of who she was before they even got into a relationship. I don't know what type of conversation they had after she had their child, but Keke Palmer has always been in the streets, with different relationships, with different things. So I'm just being honest. So, but I don't know if they had a conversation after, because I know she was on some type of interview, and she was saying I guess her boyfriend changed her in a certain type of way, made her feel more of a woman, more beautiful, more relaxed, more chill. So I don't know what type of conversation. No, this was before the baby though. This is when they were in their talking stages, and now after the baby, she's probably feeling a certain type of way. I don't know, because she got this, what they say, this new body on her. But what I'm saying is her actions, what Bourbon was saying, has always been the same. She has not changed.
So you're saying you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, is what you're saying?
No doubt.
Is that what you're saying?
No doubt, bro. Thank you.
I mean, basically, I'm because I'm if you think about her actions, she's still who she was before, right? She didn't change much. So, or her maturity level that she thought had changed, because she kept saying how she's mature now. Maybe she didn't change at all, and maybe that was just proof of show, a way of saying that she didn't really change. I don't know.
So basically, before he got with her, she was, how do you say, she was loose. Is that what you're saying? Because you seem to know a lot about her and her relationships.
Well, you know what?
She wasn't. She did admit to that though.
She admitted what?
Did admit to it.
She admitted what?
Yes, please.
She was a little private.
What?
That she would have multiple partners and stuff. That she wasn't taking relationships serious.
And no, listen, that part I agree with. That's his mistake for put a child in somebody who you don't know too much about, or you should have did some more extracurricular activity before you even got yourself in that type of situation. But listen, that still don't make what she did okay. But I think she's just exposing herself for who she is, and then the simple fact that, because the first time that I did this live and talked about this topic, somebody said that she was promiscuous. And then when I define promiscuous for somebody who indiscriminately has multiple sex partners, they was like, no, she's an exhibitionist, which isn't really any better. But listen, I think that we all learned a lesson here. And it makes me, when I hear about the whole Trey Songz thing, that kind of makes me question, was she crying wolf? Because when you look at these situations, and the more I hear about this topic, the more I hear how she's a bit of a loosey-goosey. And it's just like, man, people really expose themselves in their character. It's nuts. But I guess was it learning tarot? Introduce yourself, where you from, and tell us what you think about the topic.
Hi, host. Thanks for having me. So I'm from the UK. I'm African, but I live in the UK.
Okay.
And my thoughts on the topic. So it's always interesting to me that a lot of men like to admire women who are kind of a little bit on the risque side, right? Baddies, if you will, promiscuous. They look good, body's right, you know. You like her because of the way she's dressing or whatever, and then you want to date her and change her. Kiki did what Kiki was always going to do. She's always been this type of person. So I think the real lesson here is, if you, depending on your principles as a man, pick a woman who matches that. Don't pick women who don't align with what you want, right? Because now it's trying to paint her out to be like she's this negative person or whatever. No, she was just always that type of girl. You know what I mean? And now, and to her, I honestly, based on her behavior, I didn't even think that was a bad dance, even on Usher's type of behavior. You know what I mean? It was actually really respectful compared to what he usually does at the concerts and whatever. You know, there was no grinding or nothing. There was nothing like twerking or whatever. And that's the type of thing she does, and it's the type of thing he does. So I didn't think it was, because I follow both artists, I didn't think it was inappropriate, but I guess he felt away because of his values and how, whatever he aligns with. So, okay,
So
based on that, then he expressed himself. But I think if you're going to date, if you see a woman who's like that, baddies are very attractive, but they baddies. So you can't get mad at her for doing what she's doing. You just can't take her and try change her. You gotta let it be. People like A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky's not trying to hone Rihanna in. Rihanna is what she is, If she's gonna dress half naked all the time, it's what she's gonna do. You can't get he can't get mad at it. She's been like that the whole time.
So because she's been like that the whole time, that makes what she did okay.
It made what she did true to her character, right? So it's not about whether it's good or bad. It's just that's who she is, right? And then within the constraints of their relationship, I guess she violated what his boundaries are, right?
But that's okay. But according to your logic, it's okay if you violate somebody's boundaries because she's a baddie, and that's what baddies do. They're loose, so it's okay.
It's not about it being okay. So she acted like she was always going to act. Now his decision, based on his boundaries, was that is disrespectful. So at that point, then he needs to decide, okay, based on the disrespect, what am I gonna do? You can't try force her. If somebody disrespects me, I can't force them into respecting me.
Right.
I have to decide, okay, based on your behavior now, how am I gonna act accordingly?
Right.
Because you're not respecting me and my standards or whatever, then I need to act accordingly. I can't force you to change.
Right. So basically you're saying that Keke Palmer has a disrespectful character, and she's disrespectful in her relationships.
No, I'm saying the type of person she is
disrespectful.
Align. No. The type of person she is doesn't align with the type of relationship the baby daddy wanted. Right? Because let's look at somebody like Sierra. Sierra's in a relationship with Russell, and Sierra be dressing naked all the time and doing the thing, but it doesn't disrespect the boundaries of their relationship. So it's just about aligning with the person. Do you get me?
Well,
so it was disrespectful to him.
Okay.
But it's not a disrespectful behavior.
Well, why wasn't it a problem until now? And somebody previously said, I think it was T, she said that he changed her a bit, but it seems like she had a bit of a relapse. So, why is it a problem now and not not a problem previously? If they've been together for about 2 years or something like that.
it could be a lot of reasons. You got to remember they just had a baby, so both there might be an adjustment in the relationship as well, adjusting to having the baby, realigning in the relationship, etc., etc. There could be a lot of factors to it, and a similar thing happened, if you remember, with Megan Good, right? When she first married the pastor guy, she changed, and then she went back to who she was, and then he felt it was disrespectful, and he left her. So
Well, my point is, I'm not saying that he should have wifed her, right? I've said this before anybody even came on. You have to filter the woman out who you think is good for you, and then also set boundaries. And not only set boundaries, you give it time before you make them your wife, because their true colors will show after some time. And especially if you're dating a celebrity, you should do research on them, right? So I don't think I'm contesting that point. My point is the character, right? So because she's now in a relationship, and it seems like you're almost alluding to the fact that she has poor character in relationships, and because she's a baddie, that makes everything that she's doing okay. So because somebody has poor character, that means they continue to display this poor character in relationships. And is that something she does in relationships? Because you seem to be well versed in Keke Palmer and what she does. So I'm just trying to understand, like it just seems like it's a justification for her character, because that's who she is.
Right. So I'm not saying that being a baddie equals having bad character or poor character. I'm just describing the type of behavior she's shown in previous times and what that looks like, right? So I'm not saying it's bad.
So,
but
this is my question: has she displayed this behavior in relationships?
In prior relationships.
So
yeah,
she has. So she's disrespected her previous exes.
I don't think they took it as disrespectful.
Can you give me an example?
So in the relationship she was in prior to this one, they actually went to Carnival. I don't know if you know.
I know what Carnival is.
Yeah. So Carnival, and that's why I think this is kind of like, I really felt it was blown out of proportion, because if you go to Carnival, it's a lot more.
I know it's a lot worse than what happened on stage. I understand.
Right. And people are in thongs and there's gyrating. Like it's extreme. So yeah, her and her partner at the time went to Carnival, and that's what was going on. And the partner didn't feel it was disrespectful, right? So disrespect.
Was she dancing on other men?
Yeah, and other women were dancing on him.
But the Carnivals, I would, obviously, who she's dating is different, and in the argument that you're presenting here is that this is her character, and he should have known who he got with before. And I do believe Carnival is something totally different, because you go to Carnival, everybody's naked damn near. And it wasn't a Carnival type of thing. It was it was an Usher concert. But basically it just seems that, given the circumstances, it just seems like one of his boundaries were violated. And I still don't think it's okay in a relationship. I do, and I already said we're not contesting the fact that he should have chose a better partner. But it's just that, just because you show this behavior outside in other relationships, does it now make it okay? And the real question is, should we be justifying it versus saying that wrong is wrong, is my question. Because it's like, well, if I go and unalive people, that's a bit extreme. If I go and smack people, here we go. If I go and abuse people in all my past relationships, and now my new partner gets with me, and and then lo and behold, 2 years later, I hit her with a good backhand, and is everybody going to say, well, you knew he was abusive, look at her past? Does that make my actions now okay? Does it make it justifiable?
No, it doesn't make your actions justifiable, right? But your past was indicative of your character,
right?
And that was something she should have considered,
right?
So no, your action is not correct,
right?
But she should have considered your past.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, but basically, you're saying her actions still weren't okay.
I'm saying it didn't fit in the parameter of their relationship. Remember, okay, so let me give an example.
But why can't you just say that it wasn't okay? Like, why is that so hard for you?
Let me give an example. Hold on, let me give an example. So for me, I don't agree with poly relationships. Just for me personally, I'm not a person who, would engage in a poly relationship. There are other people who think it's okay to have multiple women. I don't think that's okay, but that's not good or bad. It just, for me, it would be disrespectful to me.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So what's disrespectful to me doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just means within the constraints of my boundaries, it's not acceptable.
Yeah, but
so I can't date a man who's poly and then get mad when he gets bare girls. I can't do that because yes, it doesn't fit in my, in the constraints of what I want, but that's who he is.
Yeah, but there's a flaw in the logic there, because that's not the best analogy. You're talking about somebody who's past and then currently being with him. You're saying that you couldn't date somebody. Now, the correct analogy would have been as if, this guy, he's been poly and dating a whole bunch of girls, and then I still got with him, whether I knew that or not, and then he does it. Now, is it okay? That's not what you said.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if I decide to date a man who is poly,
okay,
I can't get mad when he dates a lot of women, like he takes on a lot of women, because that's who he is.
Okay, and
So
that's under the circumstances that you know.
Yeah.
Right. But we're talking about disrespect here. You can be in a poly relationship or dating somebody who's a polygynist or a polygamist, and he still shows you respect. Now, whether if you knew
that he would not do that,
right,
then
so he can show me respect according to what he feels is respect.
Right.
But respect to me is not having multiple women. To
right.
me, that's disrespect. But
right.
to him, it's not.
Right.
So he would still be wrong.
You just need to find people you align with. That's all it is. It's about alignment. So to him, getting other women is disrespectful. I mean, it's not disrespectful, right? But to me, it is. So to me, if he gets with other girls, that looks like disrespect to me. What I can do is move from the situation, not try and change him. I can't force him to be what I want. I can just go find a man who aligns with what I want. Does that make sense?
But ma'am, you just said if he got with women, extra women, right? Knowing that you didn't like that, he would still be wrong, correct?
He would still be wrong in doing that?
Yeah. Knowing that's something that you didn't want.
No, because it's what he does. I don't understand.
No. So now it's like you're making a pass for what he does based off of his past. If you set a boundary and you say, I know you used to do poly before, but if you want to be with me, you need to cut that crap out and we're going to be in a monogamous relationship. And he says, okay, baby, that's what I'm going to do. That's the rules. There is no more, well, this is what I used to do, so I get a pass. No, the rules are, Learning Tarot said, you better not cheat on me. I told her I am not going to cheat on her. That's it. So if he does anything else besides mess with you, he has then broken your rules and he is wrong because he gave you a verbal vow that he is not going to break your trust. That's what we're saying. He is wrong because he broke your values. He disrespected you. Now, another woman may say, I know you used to be poly. If you go do that, that's okay. Just let me know. Then he wouldn't have broken her rules. But with your rules and your boundaries, he broke your rules, so he is wrong. That's it. There's no other. That's what he used to do. Yes, that may be what he used to do, but he promised you this. And you expect that man or woman to hold their word and keep their word to you. So if they step out of the constraints of your relationship and do something else, they have then broken the rules and they are wrong.
And here's my thing. You admitted that what she did was wrong. It's like you acknowledge it, but you just can't say what she did was wrong. Like it's disrespect, especially if you're in a committed relationship and you have boundaries, right? Like it's just like why is that so hard for you to just say?
Okay, let me say this. So my understanding of boundaries is that boundaries is a set of rules for me, not for the
It's
other
not
person,
rules.
right?
Boundaries
So
aren't rules.
my boundaries,
That's different.
right?
That's
My boundaries are barriers for myself. I say
right.
I don't date men who do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
That's my set of boundaries for myself.
Right.
I'm not gonna enforce those boundaries on you.
Right.
That's not what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Those are my boundaries for myself.
Right.
When you breach that set of boundaries, then I leave.
Right.
Because we're no longer aligned, or we try and figure it out, or whatever. We negotiate, we work around it.
But that's
Whatever has
exactly what we're saying though. But when you cross a boundary, you're not setting a rule for somebody else. You're telling that person what you will do. This is a boundary, my boundary. And when you cross that line, you are basically, letting that person know when you cross this line, you're going to get a behavior from me that is unwarranted. Meaning, whether I leave you, whether I go out and talk about it on the internet, a boundary is crossed. So you're letting the person know what you would do because it's something that was violated. So we're on par with that. But I'm just trying to understand where we separate.
Right. So where we separate is that based on how, like Kiki Palmer's previous behavior to how she was dancing there, it didn't seem or look bad. And based on how Usher concerts go, because Usher, Trey Songz, Chris Brown, Tiana Taylor, the City Girls, this is what happens at those concerts.
Right.
Like, if you're familiar with those concerts, it's a lot of sensual dancing, and they call up people from this is what happens. You know what I mean? So if you're going to an Usher concert, or if my man goes to a Tiana Taylor concert, this is what goes on. So it wasn't. So if somebody says to me, let me give the poly example again, right? So
Please
me and the guy get in a relationship, and I say, hold on. I say, don't cheat on me with other women, because that's my boundary. We agree. Now, my definition of cheating is you even liking pictures on Instagram, you chatting to girls on Instagram. His definition of cheating is actually having sex with the girl. So now, if he's quote unquote breaking my boundary, that's not necessarily him breaking the agreement. Because to him, the agreement was actually sleeping with the person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's cheating to him.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, cheating is liking pictures on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's apply this to the Kiki situation.
Mm-hmm.
To Kiki, this could have looked like I'm at a concert, it's my birthday, I'm with the girls, it's Asha. It's not that deep. That's how it looks to her. But to boy, it looks like, so you go in there in a song and you're dancing with a girl on Asha. That's too far for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So how it looks to you and how it looks to me isn't the same.
Okay, but here,
that's why communication
hold on. You're talking about what you think it looks like. What you think it looks like really doesn't matter, because that's not his reaction, right? That wasn't his reaction. He wasn't okay with that. And yes, it does seem as if a boundary was crossed. We don't know that specific boundary, right? You're trying to go into the little nuances of their boundaries, of their specific boundaries. The only contingency is here, we don't know that. We don't know those to be exact, right? But we do know that her partner didn't like it. We do know that he didn't like not only her actions, obviously her outfit, but more or less her actions, right? And clearly he was upset about it. And clearly, a lot of people have this consensus that he was wrong. But we do know if a boundary is crossed, that it warrants a certain behavior. So for you to say that it's not a big deal, you don't really know that. But we do know it was a big deal for him. And even still, when you talk about past situations, even if you know someone's boundary, you're still wrong, because irregardless of what you did in the past, once you're in a committed relationship and you know these person's boundaries, you don't cross it. It's hard for you to escape the fact that she's wrong in this situation.
No, because we don't know that. Here's the thing. Just like with the cheating example, what cheating is to you and what it is to me, even when we're in a relationship, isn't the same thing, right? It's not the same thing. So
Wrong.
it might have not been that deep to her, but it was to him. And so he reacted in the way that he felt. He's entitled to feeling what he feels. He's not wrong.
Ma'am, do you agree that before you're in a relationship and you guys set a boundary, do you believe that there is a sit down that you guys should have on what a good relationship, healthy relationship looks like to you? Do you agree that you should sit down with your partner and say, hey, this is what I deem a boundary or whatever? Do you think couples do that? Learning Tara? Miss Learning Tara, do you think that couples do that?
I don't think couples do that, and I think that's why a lot of relationships fail.
Do you do that? So by that stance, that means even if cheating looked like to you that liking a girl's picture on TikTok or whatever, and cheating looked like to him was full penetration. Once you guys come together and have that conversation of what cheating looks like to you and what cheating looks like to him, would you not agree at that point, once you guys have gotten on the same page, if that person does what you deem cheating, is that not cheating now at that point?
Yes, at that point, once we've come to that agreement, absolutely the person is wrong.
Exactly. Yes. So my question is, how do we not know? Because obviously he's upset. How do we not know? Just playing devil's advocate. What if he did tell her, I don't want you wearing that, and she wore it anyway? And now this is the reaction that we're getting on Twitter is a reaction of, hey, I already told her not to wear it, and she did it anyway.
I say this. What if her man did that? What if her man did the same exact actions that she did? Would she have a problem with it? That's how I always address cheating issues.
Right. So see, we don't know that they had the conversation or they didn't. At this point, we're speculating on those conversations, right? We don't know. Like, based on her reaction, I would say, I don't think they had the conversation, but it could be, maybe she's just disregarding it. We don't know. We have no idea if they established those boundaries, you know?
One thing I can say just by this conversation is I have listened to everybody, including myself, and I can say that, yes, she was wrong. And I wasn't saying it in the beginning, but just hearing everybody's thoughts and just me trying to like put everything together that I didn't know, I do think that she was wrong for what she did now after listening to everybody. Because like you all were saying, even though we don't know what type of conversations was had, it's his reactions that said that something wasn't right, or maybe a possible conversation did happen where he didn't think that she would go out there and do whatever, whether he knew what outfit she had on, her whole actions. He didn't think that his Kiki was going to go out there and do something like that. And then I think when you brought up the conversation about Sierra and Russell, that kind of put everything together to me, because yes, Sierra may dress what's called provocative. No, I'm saying that right. And revealing, but she's with her husband, and that goes back to what I had said in the beginning, because I was like, well, she's an actor, she does this, she does that, right? And now it kind of makes sense to me, because she was doing that with him, her boyfriend at the time, and not on somebody else, which I think that's the point you were trying to make, Fisherman. But I wasn't seeing that point. But I do now. So it's kind of different when you step outside of that relationship and now you're grinding on another guy. And that's what he found. I think his reaction was their disrespect. I really don't think it was about the outfit now, as far as like listening to everybody. I think it was her actions with her. And it's almost like she was happy, I guess, prideful in what she was doing, which can kind of hurt a man's ego a little bit, because he's like, oh, she likes this, you know? So I can honestly say that she was wrong now.
Okay. Could I just say something really fast? Okay. Because women will get in the comments or will say something, and I'm not coming for you. So let's just get that clear. Women will get on the comments and they'll say like, the man is insecure, or a whole bunch of like rhetoric or whatever. But if your man was doing the same thing, would you like it? even though he married or you know, y'all going through whatever y'all going through, but just knowing that your man is out here and he's grinding up on Nicki Minaj when you watching at home, do you think that would be acceptable?
But see, that's the thing. You're not. You're
You're
gonna get a.
to Nicki concert and he got picked. I would have been mad if Nicki didn't pick me. Because that's what happens at them concerts. Like, I don't know, certain relationships operate in different ways. I'm telling you guys,
Listen.
what's disrespectful to you isn't always disrespectful to other people. So my husband and I my husband's Jamaican, yeah. So we go to Carnival all the time. I'm not gonna go to Carnival. We go to concerts, we go to Carnival, we go out quite a bit. I'm not gonna be mad every time because that's the nature of where we're at. And
but would it make you feel a certain type of way, though? Would it make you feel a certain type of way?
If him and the boys go out and if let's say it's somebody's bachelor party and they're going wherever, I'm not even checking nothing because what is going on at bachelor parties? You know, I just feel the nature of the place, and I felt that he did say it was the outfit. He didn't say it was the dancing.
He did address it. He did address it.
Because he had a problem with the outfit, not necessarily.
No, he did. Dancing. He did. He addressed that. He did address her behavior.
The dancing?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the follow-up, I guess. But yeah, I just saw the one of the outfit and I was just like, I don't like, you know, I don't know.
But see, when you ask that kind of question, you know, you're always going to get a whole bunch of disingenuous responses, right? Because they're already disagreeing. So when you ask, well, what if your girl? I don't care. I would. I'm not saying that's what Tarot is saying. Maybe she has a relationship where she's a little more easygoing, right? But you're never really gonna get a genuine response out of that, and we know the truth, right? It's just right. You're always gonna get a disingenuous response when you ask that, and they're already opposing.
I don't even think it's disingenuous. I think it's okay for us to realize and recognize that people and their boundaries are different. That's all it is.
Okay.
I agree with you 110%. But what I'm also saying is, if you don't want your mate to do it, because a lot of people will sit up here and they'll actually lie and be like, oh, it was nothing wrong with the way she was wearing. It wasn't the way that she was grinding on him.